We are live on Fache Television. Daybreak. Yeah, the bro kopim say nundu ebebo. Enkomo okure mu esese ye gibre na yedi. Nra ye ne Ashanti Regional Minister di nkomo the conversation about Swami interchange ne by anopay ye be gibre na yedi ho nkomo. Na enkomo a efi aban so ye eba. Megidi se eno nso esese ye gibre ka ho asem. Tourism and culture. Tourism and Culture Ministry ne say uku adabia antinka no pe me betrasi ma chef fugu a enya asem ketwa eseso man Ghana ye nyina ye hyase ne ye chef fugu ade ne ye chef fugu a yeso mo se ebe promote ye culture edisika beba o man mu anope ye bebisa se ye pese ye promotion ye pese ye bo bibi hu dawlo ye pese o man ni nyina de ye ho to so a kwan a ye fa so a ye education no eni na anyebia mampani ko Zambia grofo efi Zambia ho ekohuru ne se na fugu no awahye no omunhu bi da no na ya to fugu amaye grofo sha ze zo omunhwe omufugu no na ya ka ho asem etisi ye pese ye hye fugu na uku ada bi obi ahye bia I'm sure that ye wokwan ye fa so a ye beye no enyam fom so okra se ye pese ye promote fugu a ba kwan ye be fa so aye no anope ye bedi ho nkomo beyond eno unim say Haruna Idrisu, Minister of Education, and so edi nkomo bi a oka say Ghana Education Service for as I said wo mo hwe kwan bi na ye promote ye culture ye heritage nti ono nso de nhihye bi ebu kwan mu a school mofra ni nyina no wo mbe hye ase ahye wo mu krom ntare menim say wate ye no a nti emu ne ye wahe ene ye de be ye adwuman already President Kufuor Roma your African Friday wear I fear the bia ne Ghana ha dodo no a shatare a eye Ghana de ya pam na Ghana boa yen nti enkomo no yenni ne kwan ben so na yemfanya adwuma me ankasa no sa nkomo yi me wo me de nti ne ye o me de abetumi ye beje brani adi maestro ewa ha ye bedi sa nkomo no na ya hwese de niam ete but kai on our social media platforms as Fache Television on YouTube, Fache Television on TikTok, Fache Television on our Facebook platform. Kai, say Fache, yes, wokwa your website or her online. So enkomwa ewo ho nyina no na waken kan bi ho. We need to update you as always. It's your so kwa. They said your website no wo hwe wo screen no so no. Na wa confirmation bi e wo bia no. Na onso we video on it. Let's move. Na ene yene mampani bedi nkomo. The NDC as a political party eba adwoada no na edi ho nkomo ofidua yi nsi bibia ni kurom ha o eye kasa kwa na NDC di wo nkomo no wo se Baba Jama ene be ye wo candidate na Baba Jama be ye wo candidate wo ayawa so a the question is that ntina omu nim se they are running against time and omu yes omu ye investigation na omu nim se Baba Jama no wa ye ready no oba na NDC fo nim se ade no enkosi hwe nti anopay NDC nkomo mu di ne say they didn't find fault with the course no na Ghana fo aye hwe nyina obi anim se krom ha ansan obi beto aba na waji bibi o ye nyina ye nim o se ansan na obi ebe koso okoto aba ma na ade ne papa ne what you say ne papa no at every moment ye je ansa na yakoto maame no it is alleged that otua 3,000 cedis eso chain TV sika no do so chain TV na 1,000 2,006 no de oche moto no ni sika e wo soro nti na hwan na omokọ na omakoyi na free mu no they say NDC for say ntia say oh bibia nsi won okay anopa ye be di ho nkobo wate na krom ha no nika Haruna Idrisu voice no mo a munya nhu ye no yenhwe na afi yemra meto aye nkomo no so
accompanying compliments of a car. Maybe I hope we are not reigniting the debate between Ghana and Zambia as to what constitutes a blouse and what is a traditional cultural wear of a smock. May be minded by the development in Zambia When Excellency John Dramani Mahama was in that country on a state visit, he got one of his best honors I've ever witnessed in my life as a visiting president to another republic. Maybe that reminds us, and probably I should get the Director General of the GES to declare that on any day declared our day, every Ghanaian learner must go in a culturally fitting dress for them to observe our day nationwide, so that each culture, each society will reflect its values and culture as we observe it. This gathering in Accra brings together, as I understand, leaders in science, policy, and education at an important moment for the international community.
Right. To say Nkoma, Education Minister Edino, or say Yabefreno our day. Tourism Ministry say Wukua de Bia Yenshe Fugu. Our day no so no enhyehyɛ no efa promoting our culture, especially the Ayeshe. Nti baby sa ho say, is there coordination within government so that sa communication we as I said bama ye nyina yete ye ho ase na ubisa obi a okrom say adenti ene yesi yenhye fugu a as I said Ghana ni bi ate ase na otimi kire omu sentia obekai President Kufuor introducing Friday where there was a lot of education. Eti eden na ye ede afa we hu. These are issues that are not pay yebejibre na yedi. One statement na ewo ho yebekenkan statement no na yamwo hu said the ensem na etie. But the African proverb for this morning. Let's do the African proverb, and whilst we get into the issue of top of your morning, we'll be able to spend time and discuss, dissect, and make sure that you understand the issues. The African proverb for this morning says, lack of money is lack of friends. If you have money at your disposal, every dog and goat would claim to be related to you. Lack of money is lack of friends. If you have money at your disposal, every dog and goat would claim to be related to you. And opay asem no African proverb no e de abreye no emu odu na eyitiawa nso. African proverb no say yema wasonte na te ase say se sika eba wo nsam a ayonkofo enamfofo won ye bebri wo wabrabom. Sika eni wo nsam a unya ayonkofo unya namfo emo mo nka ho. Na se sika eba wo nsam nso a emwadoma nyina obia ka se wo onimu. Wo te nkomo na se nti ene ya wo ba obra obra nya sika no wo be nante sa ankonam obia meka ho bi se hwi ni ho. Na se nyame ya wadom na uhwinti sika na afi ebeye wo de a wo mo ne firi kuro nyina be ka se wo mo ne firi wo mo a enimu firi wo school bre so ekopim ze wo be ye obi no wo mo nyina be ka se o ye ne na ne ko school me kura me ne ne kwa asore me kura me ne ne temantam adentira fi se bibi aba ho nti onipa obra no a wo bɔ no ese se wo hya ase na hu wo a wo ye wo namfo wo a wo ne wo ebo bra no wo a epe uyi na ebre mu ode no eba na wo hu na wo anante nti se wo hya ase ebo bra no obi amen wo bre nyina obi amen sika ba onsam na omo ba wo nchen na wo hya ase ka kire wo se o wenum nyina ye nkofo a wo mu pe bi ye di a ese se wo te ase se wo dada wo eye sika no aba wo nsam no enu nti na cruise no aben wo no nti na nsen wo nante kromu a na nkofo ochia wo ye ma wache ye ma wadwo ye ka kire wo se o watare no nye ni ye the ndi omo ye sa ni nyina ne se cash about side so dia ese se ye ba na ye bedie nti mesra omo wani na ho na wonam ya wo bo brai won a wo pe wo ye die ene won a won pe wo ye die esika ba on nsem a wo hu kwan a obefa so a se sika no wo de bebo wo ho bra no pe ye da ase mi gidi ye se won so wo befa na de atu ho fo na wo bo brai wakai se kakra ba outside a wonam fofo be doso ebi du side a mo ani na ho na eba That's your African proverb for this morning. You're quiet now for top of the morning. You're doing bro. Minia, march.
Offer.
That's it.
Oh,
and open Komo Chrome has a you. Sir, so I'm interchanging home Komozi and pay as a Brenna Mitribu Kakra.
Because I know thing.
As a Mitribu Kakra.
So I'm in 7 so I know thing.
And this if we are prayer or my Riasi.
Offer in common and this if we need to maintain myself.
Sir, now what I said as an opinion, Casa.
Because offer. Say, and you wouldn't say Bibi San Koswa. Why should you issue that letter?
Say investigation.
Investigation no. Then offer investigation no in a year.
Oh,
they should come back.
Review.
Offer. They should come back and tell us something different from what they are saying in their statement. Offer.
Na say Edwadan me catch now. Say nkomo no. The ebesia na esi.
Because offer, you cannot tell me say NDC National Executives Network, they cannot tell me say when they were vying for their position, or one for sebi sika, any other things I entice delegates. I'm a man to a man for momo. You know, that has been the model that these politicians want us to follow, because they have realized that say omuma yen hotonya sebi so obano bepe positioner, we will be intellectual enough to vote based on related issues that are also on the ground. Offer, I'm not sure that you can go to Dr. Kwame Despite and tell him, say, boss, may more $100,000. $100,000 now may man influences some people to vote for me. He will never do that because he be only sick papa bidi. Yena ya kana se be ye no. Asika sem aye den dia ma no. Because of say we are unemployed, because of say we are living in a particular position. Yenya no kese they will come to us and tell us, say, we are going for this particular position. We are giving you this. Come and vote for us.
It was much ado about nothing. The point again, the issue about say a influencing conform. Minim baby I'm more free.
Saying
say yeah the ma or more and no na a influence your momo kotwaba. Baby what I say, as a semi nyabi, said your own so when yabi.
Because Oma realize you who say politician now no say be a 12 man kwa bemun or kwa or no self parochial interest or kopesika e dia any bottom. On you say be me a make kwa to abade man no. Is at this time around say wo ba me ma so e dia e wo say be charge o.
Enti enye influencer e ma omoto aba no ko A ana omoto aba no ko B. Just yen de ewo mu no. And the Ojiria or decided the obeto abaman.
That is very bad.
Bad.
The moment Sanyama will be to Akosono, the generations and the other people they are yet to come into the electoral processes. No, Chasebia to one Masai Esano, it will come back and haunt us in the future.
Obian Chasebia to baby out.
Chasebia to offer. It will come and then hunt us in the future.
How?
Offer into unjin say security me influence. It must be ubia position me own deserve no. Yetimi de mano.
There be.
Security me influence even ahinian po yesi ukrum hano. Security me influence.
There be. You see the conversation about Sika. Say me a delegate. Me a delegate. Now ba me ho say oni mi bedi nkomo. Opese me consider na me to abama wa. Me nka se ko.
Obajiska no.
Me nka sika me say me nka se ko. Wona ane ma bedi nkomo. E na wo ko na so o me de achede
e ma.
E ba se me de bro. Me nka se for achede no ko.
Obaji achede no.
Me ji achede no fi se e ya achede.
Ofa unso nim se enya achede keke.
Dabi minim obi aba be chema de me te ha no pe.
E ya achede
obi ba na obeche bi suit. Obi ba na obeche bi fugu a. Meka se opese o influence me da ache ana.
Dabi
Thank you.
Offer sa gift no de say with here tie no obi abeche fugu beche. And the normal offer. Bet unim pan say through election. Na say achede pie mu a. Meaning the person wants to influence some of the votes.
Well, I don't have that understanding. And
because
if you do Adam, na mente NDC from common on.
Very good, because they know practically very well say enemrem elections say to a bibrem hanom no. Whether being university offer, Satman be co university no. Be kwa position as a general secretary with UCC. Nipa me na press no offer e card o influence ye.
O influence will be a teal. Some influence no. Esa na some person mo ka che SSB o. Yen to aban ye nim nyansa.
Offer ye nim nyansa.
Na fe
ba baby akwa akodru baby o man na akwa akodru no. Any baby asabi yen Africans any yen
delegator. Na ye motorbike. Based on motorbike no beto aba ma obi a wo mpem.
O offer. Min nya atem se me kwa kwaji motorbike no.
Aha, men kan so akwaji motorbike. Me say. Obi aba ho. And wa be che o motorbike. O ye delegate. Sa candidate no o mpem no. Motorbike no de be che nti wo beto aba ma na.
Oh, men to aba ma no.
Wo fi za me meyesa.
Men to aba de be to ma.
Wo fi za me meyesa.
Dia makoma pe. Offer onye sa ba ye won krofo bi offer meyesa de no.
Delegates no. Aden na mo pese mo kan se obi ye delegate. Ase ni nim de e wo form no.
Offer there be enya sa. Say ye share some of the delegates omo ye omadwen say omo de Jesus sika na omo pe. Sika na omo pe. Offer we have some delegates bi wo krom hanoma. Sometimes they will always find ways and means to get money. Offer na dey be intina say John Kache say we should fear delegates.
Debiti.
Do you know what he did?
Debiti.
A delegates no yi ni mai.
Enkomo no. Nipa no a wode ade na ebrɛw. Ɛna nadwen ye ne sɛ ɔde brɛw a ɛbɛma wo de wo pɛ no nyɛ no wobɛyɛ de ɔno pɛ.
Offer I know
adwen a ɔno de ba no.
Offer onim.
Ba me a me yɛ delegate no. Me nso wo ma adwen a me de te hɔ. Me nka sɛ aden na nkɔfo ɛyɛ bibi a ebetibi influence. Ebetibi influence. But enkyerɛ sɛ influence.
Offer ba sɛ wonim sɛ Dr. Brain Shampoo. And the Kwabne Japan. And yes, you can Dr. Brain Shampoo intimi be this.
When the cancer has
Offer there is no way.
You see, again,
Dr. Ya was saying the truth.
Belittle your intelligence as delegate.
You belittle offer. And them no come on the day.
Brian Shampoo. Or call pray. Or talk a movie.
Offer.
I don't know, yeah, you must say, Obi do Obi Quatina restaurant. Na oto di anima ni di
say
wasesana
offer
Brian Shampoo. And your chroma dey say nkasa bi agwa bi abetimi abedi Ghana campaign
offer Brian. I know some people who were part of the campaign team. And I know the kind of treatment no munya not only with them, the treatment that Dr. Brain Shampoo was given to the delegates.
Debi ebinim ahohoye. Ebinum su ni ma hohoye
o different delegates.
Debi tie
of our different delegates for
Goma. Say you want age ye na ye kan ho asema. Ka tifi a ogu befu. Because nkofo to aba said the omo pe no.
Debi of
but omo nim say
enemrem krom hanom de. Delegates are say to say a general election. I cannot say that. But party politics, delegates, internal elections, a cost krom hanom no. The delegates na say omudi won album book no. They want to get something offer. I've been in the midst of delegates.
But my main cancer mencho. Enkomo no mete hey. Obi abase o opese me ko gya no wo Komfo Anokye teaching hospital. Me men cancer me ko hospital ho. Opese me ko gya no. Opese me fa form na ekwa na. Ese so de ka aba.
Also the car before.
Mete ha men cancer me ko Komfo Anokye. Men cancer me ko Tafo Government Hospital. And I was me ko gya Tafo Government Hospital. It's in fa form.
What the okay. Or the kind of bad before. But offer a different delegates for no more chrome hanum.
Oh yeah, was a media media. Obi influence me. But obi the manner e be influence much as say.
Offer there be because of say
general anunti na bi bodu aguso.
Offer
the edua ne de unim se oni obi kɔ apam. Edua de no yo mo bodu ato so. Ene de me ne wo na ekɔ apam oba o ka kire wo se me di we ma koye we ba me. Wose me pe me ye ne saa no abodu aguso.
No influence o.
Eno na me ka se eno de wo ne na kɔ apam.
What if offer ni nyina se ono be kɔ apam.
Enti eno de
ono wan kɔ apam
so tie o. Wapene so se magye me kɔya ama. Enti eno adwene ni nyansa nka ho. Eya apam ne yakɔ. Enti me di we ma wo nso ye we ma me. Na wapene so.
It's not say offer no pay.
Eno ye different from waba me ho wo se ma ye o papa ana me ye o papa daachi do be damase wo ho me see you and no does not influence
who vote
offer
okay be
esese mu nyina mote ase ne say yeah expand the electoral college no it is obi a party ba e the new patriotic party obi a party ba e NDC mu a esese oye obi a otua ne to as dues
oye ni bibia
abatu odua Bantima constituency obi oye MPP ni bia owo card edi adanse so oye MPP ni bia esese onya akwanya no okoto aba eno necessary party mpanimfo ne ye na omujai say ya tese we yakoma we wa higher investigation we investigation am
they needed to prove that investigation
but
me no
prove them mpacho unim se nkofo je
offer minim so omoje
the NDC for nkomo medi no na
omobedi no the reason why many omo nya adwene say ne munim se bibia esia then first of all fifi kwete that letter na we issue here at a 3-man committee no it was needless
na sa me ka kire ofri ahyase se ba no a na omo hwehwe se obedi nkunim no wa ni nkunim eno ho ahi
ha de amina ni nkunim
eno omo de ye de omo ye no
so if duly they knew very well say san hwehwemu no mbe ne se ni nyina baba be wie peye se omo no mu hu boni bia de fa sa election na e course wa ya was is na then fifi kwete ni na pam for no that 3-man committee no mo setting up no offer it was needless
very but
it was needless
omo NDC person omo ka kire ye say omo setting up committee no no omo nim say by close of ene ese so omo file nomination
oh yes no money
it is no omo nim na omo nim say omo constitution no bibia nim e ka say BBC a obetimi annual election aye no for omo say omo constitution no bibia ni hosa fifi kweti ene na pamfo no omo ye adwuma wo ne secretariat ho no na omo nim ansa na omo set up committee
they knew everything offer
nti bia me ka kire wa ne say baba jama no
baba jama no
ene o win ye ne ha
omo of I know very well
oba no na omo hwehwe no omo anya no nti na omo fi so omo benya kwan foforo bi na bibia ni we besi o baba na eko baba
and offer they should understand say that said constituency no offer in common last mbedi wa hanom no since 1992 there hasn't been any election been a general election or by election and akoso ewa ayewa so Easter obetimi akase even NPP candidates if they be an NPP parliamentary candidate it may come close to NDC parliamentary candidate there be that the last time we see an offer it was in 2012 so time no more check constituency nim Ayawaso North and then Ayawaso East. And that election, and now you run away and Nasser Toure, coming close, and I said, you're not in April, coming close to Nasser Toure. And even offer, it wasn't that close, now they be able to make us say 2,000 vote difference, a bit more MPP over to key a large Nasser. No. But what I'm trying to say is that whether they like it or not, fine. It was party internal by election. Akoso. Baba Jama Erini. Do they want to lose that seat or Ayawaso East and I said they want to reclaim that seat back again?
Well, and don't you know decided say Baba and Twaso. Tiabusianfo Baba or Twaso. And come I dinner no pay. Baby be out here or Facher television. So Daybreak Jumedi. One so bet me a send WhatsApp and our voice note 020 754 3637 020 754-3637. Send a voice note and our messages. Na yanken kan ni nyina ma. We are also active on our social media platforms. Facher Television on Facebook, Facher Television on TikTok, Facher Television on YouTube, on your X platform. Ni nyina no yebedi nkomo. Yebema wa kwanya ama wonso wafre ebra yane mampani e kasa no. But if you sabre e kono de agudie mu ya de ho nkomo ni nyina e brew minim said say kotoko e boaboa ne ho abehia house ena minim kwan a enra goals ni bi ehyehyehye ye ne ade last minute goal ya e ma West Ham e ho ba asemi ye niam bebre but ye dan ye ho Afia Good morning.
Good morning, over.
Night, sir.
Over Yamiadum.
Yeah, I am Ranty Nyagro, Bibia Shishi.
Over Namu.
The Danyamias. And Ramina matches Nibishaya, Copem say Manchester United, F.A. Queen Biso, a ma winum tnat now I'm a boy by. And so a job ending. Not me, she say West Ham. Every to me, according him, coaching him a panasam. To me, who put say over survival. Na what's na league in no proven home. Chelsea for no run a yara. Who's a coach no when he general honey said the ocean in Nema. But as to so best survival there, it's another matter. Tiano pay ya crado. Yeah, hell.
Over me that say, a renaissance say ye ba na ye de a good munsem and so it me bro. Ye de a good munsem by ye pay, there's a munsem, there's a fanning maestro ne catch him bet was night for more than 70 nano. And so at me at their traumas. And yaso media, a good day with several young fan to us and famamo, na montimi who said mano and Swissiko. A fifth 70 am on 70 nano, with a brewer and so our Jumadinus. Yendi kind and fan free fee, you will pay because work on it, knife in 70 nano, yet media baba to one. Now you started your free fee, dear, yen massam kakra, if you are near your tail room near dim memano, and so a good in home common. A mano, MTN FA Cup no, and as a man FA Cup no. And so 80 kwako so no draw no to ja said the draw no and so esitie no yen hwe ne ntim bobo so emfomamo na montimi hu said no ma no and so esiko na wo hwa na ese FC Samata se ma no and so any FC Savannah na betimi dia bom na ja bibia no and so etimi akoye sanso na obenya eyetamale Super Ladies and so any Army Ladies and so betimi e dia bom na fe Supreme Ladies and so any Joanna Ladies bebo na fe Hazakes Ladies ni Ampem da Kwa Ladies and so etimi e dia bom no ene emano and so hun sensem kakra me to ani mene and so e wo dwumadi ne so ntia di man komo no and so etimi awi ne de ye ne tantem na fe atia wura mema de anim na fe de 70 nano and so etimi e dia to ani na we no ya bra na ese Black Queens and so a jetty off na fi omo enso etimi akawase enkunimdie enso betimi enso abaweno aya princesses ne so mobu marketing free ho mu wura was South Africa akawase enkunimdie no betimi aba na ese bebia no enso etimi akoye no aya second league eno enso ekoso mu akawase ne wani na betimi akoye na ese enkunimdie enso etimi aba no ene ensem kakre free ho ba me de to anim ene enso ewo dwumadi ne so yegusu aye maasem ne aye maasem awie ne de ye be ne intentem so na fi etimi free maasem nim ne awuram ewo bema agudie nim ne etimi adidi nkomo ne awuram wo bema agudie nim de a yen starting enfam free communication director edema the Ghana Football Association Henry Asante Chum wadi nkomo na ne nkomo edika no eye opania Jeffrey no eye coach Karim Zito no no di ne juma edema Asante Kotoko na no ada ene ba bonten so opani no enso atimi resign ene sensem bebre na opania ono kasa edema the Ghana Football Association edi nkomo edava coach Karim Zito.
It depends on the context new. If you are doing the analysis in this situation, Zito is not new to Kotoko. This is not the first time he's handling Kotoko. I'm sure before Zito took the reins of the club, he knew what the fans were expecting. They had gone through a very patchy spell under Dr. Ogum, for which reason they parted ways with him. And it's very common with the big clubs. Yesterday, Esperance lost in the CAF Champions League 1-0, and they've sacked their coach. So. The only problem is that I think there is a structural defect, and that's where my worry is. If a big club takes a decision to fire and hire, and the structure is in place and it wouldn't affect the fortunes of the club, so be it. But in the situation of Kotoko, because of the structural defect, coaches are fired, new one comes in, and because of that defect that exists, the new coach comes in, gets 2, 3, 4 good results, wins 1 trophy, then the problem comes back. So Zito will go, Zito will resign, Super Clash is around the corner, a new man will come in an interim measure. Once he leaves, a new coach comes in, but after 6, 7 months, because the problem still exists, it will come back. It's
no, and someone communication director at the Ghana Football Association, Edin Komo, and if our coach Karim Zito and Onia Santo Kotoko and Swaton Quanta Pine or Church Muse, say Pamu coaches, near 4 coaches with teams like a Mudia, and said that one mum, the structures were now pamu afa, na bibi etimi ko yi dia na say no money na hyehyɛ na say structure ni wa ɛno na ya na ya asɛm to no de wonim sɛ na coach carry me to airba no onim de wa asante kotokwa ni wa be form as say no oni ho ɛyade ya super class airbus wo mehwɛ na afɔ mo enso tim de coach fufura ba na saa be ko yi dia mo de ya na ɛsɛ to do mo ante no ɛne nsɛm wa hanu asante twum ɛde to dwa me de mo nsɛm no ɛde ɛto anim na me di mu nkomo na masan di coach Zito hu nkomo biem dia mekɔ aba hanu asante twum su biem na emom coach Zito nsɛm ne wo so ne di nkomo dia J.E. Sapon enso ati di nkomo ɛde afa coach Kaakyire Zito eneyi onya asane kotoko coach biem na no so sei na coach J.E. Sapon enso ɛde to dwa
Zito ne guy you say what guy or the guy kotoko juma no they always look for wins so winning over here from other then because I lost only one match so I was the other now corner will lose and never lose but never lose and they will become your enemy. That's how they are. So no. It's part of coaching. Yes, I can. And news go because I won't about focus here for more. Say Jesus is not pop and go for and I'm sorry. Jesus is not punk for the part of it.
Indiano ane Samoa Shapiro and 22 judges munya de mokeka no na coach Kaakyire Zito no ono na resign ye yampamono abrofo no kra ne sisi ho ene ade ntiano ene nsemo pani no enso 22 ja mede mo nsem no enso ede eto anim tie di nkomo ede afa asante kotoko coach mo nsem ne ye menya ne kotoko nsem wie pe na wabete awura mo de akanim ne matimi enso atimi ede assault na bia atimi aye kama opani a their friend Alexander Manu oba eye asante mantam ho a asante kotoko supporters ni no ono ene de oma no wadi nkomo ede afa asante kotoko issues a omo enso ewu no.
The supporters are a pressure group, and as Asante Kotoko, we know nothing apart from victory, which Kaakyire Zito himself will attest to that because he played the club and played very well and won trophies. When Kotoko won our last championship in 1983, Zito was an active member of of that team that won his last Champions League. So he knows how Kotoko supporters are. But I thought, to me, we should have exercised a lot of patience with him because he's not working alone. He's working with them with players. You see, he's working with players. We should also go to the players to tell them to meet them one after the other to ask them if they had any issues. Normally, when players are having issues with each other or they're having issues with the club, this is how the performance always goes. So if you don't take time, you start your coach, but the player will say remain.
No, ane ensamwa eye Ashanti region na so ba Asante mantam ha opania oda Asante kotoko supporters nano Alexander Manu and I would say wodi nko na ochese na esenke bia mpanifo nyanto boase kakra busabusa question bebre na nso me say ade no enso entimi amaso no si coach Kaakyire Zito nim Asante kotoko team no ene ha wo mu demand for results ne ade a eno ane nsam afi ho ba me mu nsam no ade so mo na no pai enso ewo dwumade ne so no pani a empanifo apaw ne say omra na omehwe akire til se no mo nyina beto din ere ma Asante kotoko no eyo pani a ye friend Prince ya owusu wo no na sisi oba behwe as interim manager ere ma Asante kotoko bobuku na afi bibia no enso atimi akoyi. He's been supported by Hamza Obey the wadin komo ere for Asante kotoko bobuku no ho na former kotoko wom injuries and in some for account no say eno pani no ere tuda.
It's a concern. Definitely, 2 games we don't go in the net is a little bit concerned. So we are going to work very hard on it. We've done our program and it is in there that we have to spend some time by doing the finishing and the build up to the front so the strikers will get some balls into the net. Yeah, I think Lord is coming back. He's starting training with us today. And, Peter will come back in a week's time, so we are okay with that. In the game, we saw the absence of Lord a lot. The overlaps were not coming in, and then his crossings were not coming as well. So maybe it's the cause of the goals not coming in, but we need to work on it. I think we are here for them. We are here to play for them to entertain themselves, and what they were looking for, we were not able to give to them. And so when they react, they have the right to do that. But I'm so glad nothing worse came out of it. But we just apologize that will not happen again. So let's see the way forward. that we can get it better for them every time.
No, and some more Prince Zao Osu at the Ninsamatimia to justice. One issue actually, and I'm a Santico to Bobo Kona or Church. So, about 2 games near the idea go beyond me, Mumano, or Meshana, for my drama plan on the Ashim, no much number more than or culture fans, and I say, more poor macho, or more right to be asked, or more can to me, can Munyanto was and support your more, Nabiana, and so Intibinco, and then some more, or the 2 jam, minimum seminal, and so at the air to him, a branch here friend Albert Amor, a player, at a mass Santico to Bobo, who didn't come more at the actual fans, and I say, and who didn't come on, and so the chair.
We need that point very seriously, and I think we'll based on that point to win our supporters' heart back. I think we haven't been consistently in our matches, so I think that match our supporters need it so much. So I think we need that 3 points. It's the performance, and I think they should believe in us. They shouldn't give up on us, and they should come in their numbers to support us. I think without them, I don't think we are playing for anyone, and I think they should come to the stadium to support us, and we'll make sure that they will enjoy.
No, and then someone Albert Amor or no a player who see a kind a year Bosiabo and a master to go in the next 6 months. Now what you say France Nemra Stadium, no Mehena Bibiano, and so intimate Coco, yeah, no, and some Kaakyire 6Am, made the air to him. Now, you know, him saying, the super clash, a basel, now preparation towards the super clash, you know, a bunch of Albert Amor, a Dimuncomo, at a tray.
Fabulous, the best. And I am one former player, Prince Anochini. So, my mom last year we are there. Kotokone has match ever born on 14th of February. And I'm Israel supporters. Baby Biaro Biao. See any idea on the Kabeba, Abesha Park, and also my support your team. I'm a child Bibia. Himself, you see, I'm on Pahondi. Now, 3 points about Yadia. Medal Bibia. Yamisha will be
There's a matter of pony, former Kumasi Santikotoko player. Next week, Sunday, the big game is on. Kumasi Santikotoko. I hope this game be very, very nice. Like, game like this, I know I'm going to be a special opportunity. Sunday, Young Kumasi Sports Stadium. Massive support. This time, you're going to have a massive win, good win. Like, boys, you know, my money up there. Maybe Kasa teams and yes, some technical teams now. Yeah, ready for this battle. I hope Sunday I'm gonna win 5 to 6 goals. Let's go, boys.
Fabulous. With the Munyabe Mani Felizana. Minim says super clash Basunyambo Sunday Bayara. And with the Mumu na well wishes any advice kakra me the mami and to the players need they make hand say super clash need you don't need anybody to motivate you. It's the biggest game, you know, in the calendar always for us and take to connect supporters in the way a match that fans are come so paint, you know, they make a chairman say you don't need anybody to motivate you. Goalie all Sunday with all the confidence because you say you have the quality. Now I'm me wish all the best, and then I'm urging the fans and they say Wajomombra, you say sometimes the Yama people see the ups and downs, but at the end of the day in team the Modia and each and every day moon try and moon coast stadium, no one support the boys and the Sunday we know me Wajimu say Munina Mon Kobaya, Namun support in 3 points in the MBF. I wish him all the best. I mean, come on, and then all the players. I wish you all the best. Enjoy the game. Alright, stay blessed. One love.
Fabulous, the best. Fabulous, the best. Fabulous, the greatest. Eric Donkoni, former Kumasi Santikotoko player. Nini, Eda Kusiada.
No, any Asante Kotoko, former players, and more AJ Asante Kotoko players, no. I wish you more well a catch room, so Moko drum no more than any money nano, and so intimate coy be catch room. So when you said Toda, I never see from Nenso, or 1 year or more catch their fans, so when Master do mess support it, Nessa Bibiano, and so intimate and costing to Prince, they are not in car, what yes, some other pong, wote Felix and Afia omo maka nyina no enso etimi bedi nkomo enso etimi de famu no ne se de no ma no enso esi koya medimu 7 no ere so mwene enso ewo dwumadie ne so na yenwura mu enso ewo hasofo kakache na for mo so preparation towards Asante Kotoko game no na ese no so guso a ekoso a ese players ni na no enso wo ha training no ekoso Abdul Karim na wonto no gina screen ni na ese no back to training na after the unfortunate incident to no say oluso ne background no kra no watimi a joining ni nuanmo a omo prepare ahead of the Asante Kotoko game no wani na no enso etimi ekoso a yeni munsam no ade so na no pay enso ewo dwumadie ne so yewie club football no yeni nkomo ewo yam Blasters akache ni yedi nkomo yam Blasters akache dia Henry Asante Chum Kasamafo that the Mother Ghana Football Association wedi nkomo e afa expectations I di wram enso 2026 World Cup now
without enhancing the technical team. When Ghana goes to every tournament, people are expectant. Expectations for me will never go down because we have a partisan crowd. We have a crowd, or we have a people who love football. They don't care about excuses, and it's not as if we haven't done it before. We've done it before. We did it in 2006 as the only African team to make it to the second round. We did it in 2010 as the only African team to make it to the quarterfinal. Unfortunately, it didn't go well in Brazil and in Qatar 4 years ago. So Ghana will always go into competitions with huge expectations from the people. And this, for me, will now escalate that level of expectations. But the coaches are aware. I met with Kim this afternoon. Alain was in Kumasi over the weekend. They know exactly what goes into tournaments like this, and sometimes they also see their comments on social media, So yes, but we believe so much.
I know, I some more Henry Asante Chum, editor their church, who said expectation, no man, of course, no. Some of the coaches are aware na church mu and so to me the man say to that coaches ni bi take comment amount for country mu na no aware him say the expectation no my course ni na no so mutimi call World Cup na so no ko deliver the my na bibia no and so etimi yi Jay support nkomo and for the new Blasters technical team ho na say no so the told ya
because outside right now it's the okay, I said, how do I be here to start? If you're not I could come my. But I'm saying it's in order because and I'm doing saying quite. And I said, if you see, good stages name move for any background. Of course, the selection of coaches and your problem. They playing body, you go for my neighbor. Who they take a back or I don't know. See the head there or I don't know. But I said, so that maybe I have no comments about that. But the fact is that we should get very good players. I don't ball now for so much I am because we coach now the players in the ball. But you are
and someone Jay Sapon and switch with the 2 job minimum 7 and a man I will check more about the technical team and 24 and switch me Sambo more ahead of the 2026 World Cup. Minimum 7 and a man of 7 Dawson. So what I say, but I see a crime on it. Ye diamond and come kakra na fietimi ya kan and so itimi twas na me kwama no ne de anachese e bash digital satellite e de kwama me kwama no ne no ga kofan 79 no and so itimi de abontu yo bi na o pe decoders assault to de ahwe bibia o pese wo pa o yo bi a o ye movie fan o yo bi o ye documentary fan o yo bi o ye football loving fan bibia o pe and so share wo TV so no bash digital satellite se me kan tro say o sa decoders ni na bi and so wona catch ya wo ba e ma o papa na se bibia no enso atimi akoye enso atimi da man to yo bi na o pedicoder o ye hotel na o pedicoders o ye field pedicoders o ye obia na o pedicoder e bad digital satellite na me kanfo enso atimi da man wo tra report junction traffic light no they said they oko Islamic school na yes we route right for e no ship mu ho no gwakoto bad digital satellite na afi onso watimi gwakope na bibia no enso atima e kama frɛ no on 0556 287757 and after 0501 720917 after on a bash digital satellite enso atimi adi nkomo na bibia enso atimi ayekama ba de koda papa de a ne ho na obekọ na afi wonso watimi akọ akwajibe na no mani na no enso atimi yakoyie na ye dia mo ne nkomo de nra games ahodo enso atimi ba so na ye ni kan fam free the Premier League nim na afi ye ndi nkomo no enfam free wo mra games ahodo e course no Chelsea tifie ehye mu Leeds United enso etimi hye mienu said ye kosi ye no sanso na Everton tifie hye baako e ma Bournemouth enso etimi take no mienu na afi Tottenham enso hye baako e ma Newcastle United enso etimi hye mienu eno ene nsensem etoja e English Premier League ni mo a meremo nsem no enso ade eto anim na game no ba na wie ye no coaches din komo players din komo after disappointment ya ade na Liam Rosinio head coach ade ma timu a ye friend Chelsea owura friend Cole Palmer essay chance kesi pabia na nko betimi ede age points na ade ma timu ye friend Chelsea na after game no say na the coach eka ede fast Messi no.
Look, he's in the position 999 times out of 1,000 he scores. It was just that 1 in 1,000 moment. I have to say, the last 20 minutes was wave after wave of attack. The lads' energy, considering the amount of games that we've played, the belief they show, we create chance after chance. We just didn't quite go in. But we shouldn't be in that position. And we need at 2-0. The game should be done at home. And there are certain things I can show the players, so we make sure that that can't happen again. Look, he's in.
Until Liam Rosinio say 999 times, you know, ubenya Cole Palmer or finishes our ball into a signer name say enya de eyefufu bia na mom obehwe no one month na din komo no waka trom say 2-0 there they say ultimate close game no they so show mo nyoma no mo enso timi hu say the normal enso city no nsam kakra fi go ba me de air to anim Joao Pedro enso ehye goal at my Chelsea after the game odin komo de chere
Joao obviously 2-0 up to come back and only get a point. How frustrated is that Chelsea dressing room right now?
No, like you said, we are very frustrated because I think we started the game very well. We controlled the game, 1-0, 2-0, and then at the end we concede. I think this season being like this, I think we have to be more consistent, more focused, and kill the game. And today happened again. So I think tomorrow we need to look to ourselves and to see where we can improve.
The Joao Pedro says since we know said they've been inconsistent in killing games. To Didier say 2 na so mu game no they so much na sare no mo enso timi yifiro ntia nyom baako no ne coach enso eto a minimum 7 no enso erema Manchester United Michael Carrick enso ene Manchester United team no kobo editia West Ham United na game no ba na we no na say West Ham United ahye baako ama Manchester United enso etimi ahye baako na after the game Carrick enso etimi din komo e for game no.
An unbelievable finish from the angle to kind of generate that to get it on target to finish it. It's some goal from him and he's capable of that, Ben. You know, he's done it over time. It's not that he's just suddenly burst on the scene. He's been doing it. He's proven that he can score goals as well, and he's been doing it in training for us as well. So it's not surprising, to be honest. I think that's what he does. It's what he's good at, but certainly to be actually do it and to feel it. As I said, the last one would have done him the world of good with the winner tonight. A little bit different with the emotion of the game, but certainly important and a big moment for him. And
Njano ene someone Michael Carrick come at for Benjamin Sesko who na ochechemu you go now share at my team for Manchester United. Nana Manchester United fan no twen senka win ni beba na senka watimi akwa unity. Na wo na reaction abra Manchester United concede goal na timu se me say Branton hu ne say bibia no enso atimi ayekama na oponi e fa ne wan hu ni si woni de ogidi ye say Branton we kura ka hu bi enem say Manchester United antimi win because Branton we no but the Manchester United winning 5 games on the trot and enso trendy ntinka Manchester United win and ka ko unity na ko be irrelevant no de ogidi ye say na Branton empire na kwa ko unity na fi wa be irrelevant no ene asema wan ro ne di tu dra me dem 7 no enso edit to ani mene enso e wodwumade ne so Thomas Franke head coach at my team we friend Tottenham wa Lucy na manfo busa ne say 2 years sure so betina what to say when Arsenal bebo no betina what to say or when Arsenal ebebo.
Will you used to be in charge for the Arsenal game, do you think?
Yeah, I'm convinced there will be. We all, and I think I understand the question. I understand it's easy to point on me, but I also think it's never only the head coach. all the ownership, all the directors, all the players, all the staff, is everyone. If you do something right, you will build something that can last, of course.
And Thomas Frank say, obey in charge. Easy so because a coach. So what just no catch on a new coach and your board of directors and your players. Yemum, a 7 hour to a moment, no much money. Sign money now and sweating a few hour day. Sans and 7 air to Jamin Charles, when I'm in course, I mean, Komosima and sweating more. And Ra, dinner be and sweat me course. Now, side none, of course, no, a remarried players no need to me have a side dinner. Now, share while Brana players need be and sweating me free dinner. Nasia, branch of Kellen, Mbappe, Lutin, Sammy. Elso to me free a year dinner national time and not free dinner national or the way and supporters are botinku are bosso a chain sa branch of Kenya in Barbie Beba Ness or no and they're trying to cap Nini Huda or no answer to me call a quack phone a car and so to me call and no away so a branch of Freddy Vervardi and I sign out who say a branch of military and so and number 2 or no and so to remarry players no and so have it dinner on the years as I didn't know so to me have it Nabiano and so to me quit the moment now branch ya. Your friend Asensio players say 50 or 118 one day 2:50 a.m. and our branch your friend Asensio and so to me free what means what jinani ama nyoma ni nano and so to mako ye pa and so to me the man amo he say be boana afi bibiano and so to mako we e dey to just na no ada na se mentem wase bi pie wo camp no gidi e say di na we ni koso na afo mutimi a trash issue be a ho na for mutimi konkode ko manim na say wins ahodo so mutimi win no o mutimi de matimi na bibia no enso timi ko ye no na nsem kakra fi ho ba me de to ani mene enso e wo dwumade no so Ronaldo enso eye nyoma ba ko ni bi woni fie e ma eye Joao Felix mu na no enso timi be ba na say mo ba ma bo tennis ni ade ade a ni na enso timi ko so Ronaldo fie a we no eye part of birthday celebration ni ade ade ni na no enso etimi ko so nsam ne de e wo ha de wa nenso emre no ene ye de ye adwuma time na so say eseme ko na afi Daybreak no enso etimi to aso Florent Vert enso age Liverpool for no almost standard chartered player of the month no ono enso etimi age Abra show good performance and so the man team as say biano ko Liverpool for no hopi say sa award we no enso betimi abie kwan na afi the performance a odana di e wo Liverpool si mo kofa ne bae no etima ma na to aso na no mani na no enso etimi akoyie owura fen Antonio Conte so wama Como Fabregas ni Como no enso etimi yi na fi Coppa Italia ni ma atum se alieden ani areho enso etimi aba na se position Napoli wono team bia fan easy okobo match na players nsia atimi apra yade a na ha adwen eno ne nsem a wode tuja mede mu nsem no enso ede eto ani medino ede Benjamin Jemfi akuoko bi ne mede afisem no ene amano nsem na no ekabo mu ede brewo enso e wo Daybreak so wabra abo 3 p.m. no Luther King be kunkon na afi watach ne down a break ne down no agege mu yompori am wie pe na Abu Diaby Habib the special one afi me yatena se ya pense nim enso atimi dia ma nyame pa e be hia bia sam ready enjoy your Daybreak.
Gifted Icon Season 2 no eba no Kofi Kenyatta ebo nwumi na nwumi e dey ye fa ne fi baabi ene wa be ye Kofi enti won so akwanya e wo ho ma o. That's what we provide for you. Gifted Icon Season 2 ye ma wakwanya na onso ne ewo mu no epia bonten nti say ye anwum tuom say ye kasahare mu no ye ma wakwanya se bra na enepa ye de adua mu no empia bonten na wiase nyina nso ente wonka maka kire say oba ye premises ha opeke o form wa fill form no na afi ye de nkomo no etoa so Facha Television premises ewo Bantama opposite Bantama Presby asori no oba na why your registration near uwo bia ye beboa ama na pia bonte ama wiase nso ate wonka. Gifted Icon Season 2 Street Crown Edition no and I dey ebro no first one buy no wahum komo pa afri mu aba any talent ahodo a ya on ete. This is the second opportunity for you. The first one no so ante hon komo a ennei enkomo no ye sign ade abrewa so ye bio. Unua no a ofie no o girlfriend no a onim nyom to no, o boyfriend no a onim nyom to no, obetimi akakasahare ama niema nyina otenchen ana obo otirinko. We want to give that person that opportunity. Intimesrewa Gifted Icon Season 2 bra premises ha na bepeke form fill the form no na yen shasi en free so. Any other inquiry bia opese oye no offer 0550 772113 0550 772113 Gifted Icon Season 2 yegusu a yedi nkomo anope de obonkrata no yedi ni nyina ebro yebekwa ahoma so ne yedi nkomo won a wo boa yen anope ebra yedi de obonkrata ebro Millennium Constructions se usi dan se oto dan se oton wasase se oto asase Millennium Construction edan sie hu niema de won a enenei obia ebo wondin nti from blocks to enema eka ho a yedi esi dan bia no Millennium Construction na won akasa mepa chaw se ministries department and agency contractor abamo aso ye ho no ope contractor obetimi ayaye ni yie ede ama na asem bia ma ho a Millennium Constructions se opese otena a gated community a won wo bi sa ho opese wa so wasase no ye mesi kama pa wo so a Millennium Constructions ebe ye ni nyina ama omo ye mfikyire he ya oni ondi nkomo a won beba afutu sem bia ohia e wo dan ho no wo beboa ama we nsa pepepe Boshen Nayas Junction e na Millennium Construction office na ewo obekono na emaba wa sono pa ombeje ofeso na afi nkomo bia wo ho no won ne wo adi anope wo hwe tro number si na mesrewa fre na yemmoa na sika na abedi unsem no udi agora na mfofo beben wa mmadi sika no eho adanse obi anhu ene Millennium Constructions eni nkomo 0244 274 084 0244 274 084 Millennium Constructions. We make sure that we die son no abam ama niema nyina aye fine amount. And okay, WhatsApp messages ni nyina no fabre on 020 754 3637 020 754 3637 Beson Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics. Beson Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics. Me pa chopa. Sika no a wanya ode kra niam afiri amanone aba o man Ghana mu no. Esese unya adwumaku a wote sa niam no ase. Eye adwuma a waye no mfie pem na obia enim se won na eye a eye. Beson Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics. Ho asem na no pay making. Se ode niam afiri amanone eba o man Ghana mu. Se ode niam afiri o man Ghana mu ekwa amanone. You want to do exports. Ebia wo de no ginger akakaduro and our export. Ebia a series else ni bi and our export. Ebia wo de dry tomatoes and our de kwa amanone. Ni nyina no Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics ebe boa na ye de akoduru amanone ama saa na opese odi enema firi amanone eba o man Ghana mu a wo ye ne fel so ni titiri mu a mo atoka wa amanone na mpeza mo de ba o man Ghana ehun sikasem ehun hihye nyina no Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics ebe na kama pa de ama enkran one water ma community 2 Kotoka International Airport Kumasi Asante Mantemu one wo di chemso abre nyina mu ene woni nkomo na wonye ho adwuma ma for 0246 760 890 0246 760 890 and 0597 429 329 0597 429 329 Ubetimi afre number we so 050 131 4369 Wapeke numbers ni nyina ama me mesrewa ene wonye adwuma na wombeboa ama wonkomo no nso akonkan de obonkrata no se de ensa aka no anope no yemfa no maako na yemfa ni nyina emre you have the opportunity of also going online and check up the stories that are there. We begin with the Ghanaian publisher. The Ghanaian publisher is our first newspaper we are reviewing and opay yebohunde rachro na enkomo ewu nyina no on saka. The Ghanaian publisher this morning says NDC clears NDC of vote buying in Ayawasu East primaries. The other story says Ashanti MPP MPs fires government over Swami interchange downgrade. And okay, so these are the two stories that we want to concentrate on. And okay, the Ghanaian publisher say NDC for no one na clear one say abatwa ekọ so e wa Ayawasu East primaries ni mu no obia ni hɔ a okoto aba no omo na delegates ni free opepam eto aba edema baba jama anope nkomo a the Ghanaian publisher all can was it NDC for no omo clear omo ho the obokrata anu MPs awa santimantem MPP MPs awa santimantem en won buafu won ho e de asem a omo se ade no a omo kan ho asem bo ho dawuro na adoda nkwa akufo ado e ba so ame e be kan kire se obia oboni dimpa bia nyame betua ne ka no eno omo antimi anya ho adwuma a omo firi aban mu aban foforo ba ya aban no ese oboa amya yeso ame interchange MPP MPs ne se omo atiko apai na aden na aban enye ni nyina se de omo hya ase no na metena wa na mbisa omo se na yeye ni nyina saa aden na mo anye mo anye ska na aban bi aba no so oboabo asika no aye ne nkakra akra mo se mo atiko apai anope the Ghanaian publisher de ho asem aba yebekwa yanim ni akohwe the obonkrata aka no say na enkomo no etie. So we move on to the Daily Statesman. The Daily Statesman is our next paper that we spend time discussing. The Daily Statesman this morning says restore original 4-tier Swami interchange design. Asenso Boache, member of parliament for the Bantama constituency, is demanding. All right. The next story says Kwakwa, who was a former youth organizer of the party in Ashanti region, MPP must build more solid grassroots base. That's also another story on the front page of the Daily Statesman. There's a story that has a history to it. Victoria Hammer turns political trials into PhD triumph. The Daily Statesman in Koma Awodi, the former youth organizer of the New Patriotic Party, Dennis Kwakwa, and anopei odin sem kakra atu Daily Statesman enim no oka say ne party a the New Patriotic Party no etese omohwe na efi polling station eba constituency wo mutimi boaboa omo ho na omugina omo nanso yie eno na beboa ama party no se nkunimdie bi wo hɔ a aba won nanso na nkomo a yediye ewo the Daily Publisher mu no anopei the Daily Statesman e de sa nkomo no nso atum we de wo mo de Bantama MP ye nyina ye no ewa asue ye ha no na odi ne nkomo se de tie bia tete design no a wo mo de to ho so wo mo de yeso am interchange na aban onhwe so de say design no abaye adwuma na anopai abusuafo a mo hwe ye politicians ni di nkomo no a ya na ase no kure no omo nka ni nyina nkyere mo Omo nka ni nyina enkyerɛ mo. Ne omo ni mu di ho nkɔmɔ no, ɛyɛ de omo pɛ so omo ka. Ba bia ni hɔ a aban aka sɛ 40 years wa me interchange no onye. Aban kan wo ba bia. Aban se ohwɛ sɛ de so ame hɔ ayɛ tantantan. Na adwadifoɔ ne wɔn a wɔde wɔn ka ɛyɛ adwuma wɔn mo brɛ no a. Sika bia ni hɔ. Omo a apɛ sika. Omo hyɛ aseɛ ayɛ adu mpɛmpɛnsuo bi a ebema obia onam so am runabout no ne ho behenhan no na akyire yi omo san bua sika no a omo abeye ofa etoso no asɛm a aban aka no aban onka bibi fufuro bia the Daily Statesman Victoria Hammer enei wakoye doctor me ka kire mo say Victoria Hammer bre bi no oye deputy minister ena oso won de nyame boa no onya $1 million ya obebɔ ne ho bra yie pa na mampani si Nneɛma wo tirimu yi ebe mu de asɛm beba ntifiri aban mu wa mpaba ene PhD holder to Dr. Victoria Hammer yankwa ahoma so na afi Ras Mubarak ye ne no eni nkomo the former member of parliament for Kungungu Onuyama Achibio
Kojo line is very very faint.
Okay I
hardly can hear anything you say.
Wow Ras
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. So we'll try again and get Ras Mubarak on the line. Now for you know any common. Victoria Hammer. Ye ni free aben mu no wa mpaba. Wa to akoso abone bra said ye so obono. Ene PhD. Or the candidate no doctor abe candidate ho. Ntina eno ho nkomo eno no. Abrabɔ no yeyi mu a empaba pem kɔ wanim na ne esesa won saka no ma won sa enka. So we go back on the line. Ras you
don't manage kakra
me da se anopɛ adwoada no ye ne ho edi nkɔmɔ ɛna o ka sɛ unyi ni sɛ majority group a ɛwɔ parliament anama wɔn mu tuye ɛfa ayawaso east adeɛ no ho no ɔmo esi gyinaye no yie. And NDC the ababontin say bibia ni hɔ a esi wa ayawaso east hɔ baba jama onko na onko gina wɔ party nanim anopa ide na wo ka wɔ ho
wa homa no mu nye but let me try and answer the question. First of all, can you hear me clearly?
Mpacho mete won ka pa.
Can you hear me clearly?
Pepe mete won ka.
Okay. Enra party I could take a decision. I think that the decision of the party is sound, is wise, is the best under the circumstances. If you more now your mom penny for Ekoye and said to find out whether indeed there was vote buying. And then penny for they concluded say there was vote buying. Almost candidates but for one candidate. One candidate pen went to a bribe. Or also went to a bribe because anything when you have one vote to know today. But all 4 other candidates paid. And so on the basis of that, election not any credible. The committee decided on that. On the basis of the fact said there was massive voter inducement among and for that matter, you know, the election didn't meet the credibility criteria. But there was also a legal issue. So electoral commission conducted elections. Does a political party have a right legally to annul that election? And no, your constitution, your party constitution, but there's no provision like this in the party's constitution. The closest provision in the party is that where the constitution has not made provision for any issue, the functional executive committee has to convene a NEC meeting to take a decision. And beyond the legal issue as to whether or not a party has the right to cancel or not, there was also practicalities. And the practical headache was that And then the deadline for filing of nomination. And the decision was taken yesterday. Even if the decision was to annul, and then you would have to invite people from all over the country to come for a NEC meeting. The Ben Ombe NEC meeting, no. Amaya, you're very saying, yes, I be a nomination. Aya primary for candidate for Emma no Kujina party na them. It's practically not impossible. It's practically not possible. And based on the foregoing, in Penyufo, Etna say, Edgeneho, Ebobo, Eka say, the idea, even though Oman to in terms of the candidates, they didn't conduct themselves well. But once the electoral commission, Aka said, the election was free, fair, and credible. Because don't forget, the Diana Yetuabano, it was very quiet, it was very peaceful, there was no wintry. And I said, amount for teacher, and yet the polling station, and a teacher said, and the electoral commission could not even have annulled it.
That's right.
So these were some of the legal issues and the practical issues that came up. And the party ultimately decided that, in view of all the facts, the fact that people had paid bribes, the fact that today is the closing of the nomination, the fact that, almost cancel the crowd, they have to go and convene a next meeting and open nomination. Okay, let's let them go. But not any warning to anybody who would want to misconduct themselves.
But Ras, based on outcome, what do you suggest or say, party no and say I'm be brave one sana or more constitute committee?
Unfortunately, I just can't hear anything you say.
Wow. Right, young fancy. Na enema emuye clear yebeba na yasan be din komo. So Ras Mubarak, former member of parliament Pungungu, Menai no enemy enini ya no penti yede interview no ebesia kakra waka no ano megidi say yede ye adwuma ebe yenko ye nimu na da ubon krata no say de na ye chichiri mu kire no yemfa ni nyina emre. We are live on Fache Television. And community nyina o de WhatsApp messages no be brain 020-754-3637. O de ba ye beje bre na yakenkan ni nyina ama. On our Facebook platform Fache Television, on TikTok Fache Television, on YouTube Fache Television, on the X platform. So let's move to the daily graphic. The daily graphic this morning. 119 lives lost during Boko mediation. President Mahama reaffirms the path of law. Government to launch a drive to recover premix fuel funds. That's also a story on the front page of the daily graphic. The other story, NDC clears Baba Jamal to contest Ayawaso East seat. And open daily graphic nkomo a wode ato ye nim nipa wohwere wonkwa ebra bokon sensem no ekoso na mpanimfo tena ase yewura daroma ye hwese ye besiesie no nipa ewu ye 119 na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say enam nkomo akoso ene adwuma yewura ene mpanimfo aka aye no ono de waka kire no ho se enhihye bia omdi gu kwan mu a ede asomdwe beba no eno obedi so se de be ya pepeyo ebekoso nti se otenchen na ye o se ase wobetimi aye de opa mampani se de mediation no koye ne nkomo no be bi edisi ye no saa no wo hwe se emra no nso ebe ye adwuma Ayawaso East seat no NDC anopay yabo hu dawura daily graphic and so ede ato won krata no anim se Baba Jamaa na eko Baba Jamaa na NDC for time chi anopay daily graphic nkomo edo no. Let's continue with the stories yensa aka on the pages of our newspapers. Yemfa the Ghanaian Times na yeni hun komo anope. The Ghanaian Times, and the first story says 12.5 million Ghanaians food insecure. Ghana Statistical Service report. Anope, that story is on the front page. The Speaker of Ghana's Parliament with his photograph, the Honorable Bagbin. Speaker orders LGBT bill to be relayed in Parliament. And the other story says, don't reject jobs in rural areas. These are front page stories, the Ghanaian Times. Anope, Nipa 12.5 million. And Ghana Statistical Service one report one more air can say yebedie Ghana for the yebedie no yana ehun senkan no ayibibri nipa 12.5 million Ghana for the womu bedi yana ehun komo no ayeden no Ghana Statistical Service report no on the aba. Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, the Honorable Bagbin, and all can say LGBT and comma a buy, and again Ghana for the one and common ya who say MPs no na politics inti omudi nkomo ete saa ne yenim enemra ne se ene won a ewo mrahye bedwam a wo mo ye adwuma wo mo de nkomo ba no omudi nkomo no na omo anwie nkomo no a omo adwuma omo koye mrahye bedwam no eso a ye nkase ye toa nkomo no so nkomo no anwie pe ye no ano no won aba ne ba wo mo nso eseso omo hye nkomo foforo ase asem kro no a enti nkomo no a Nana do danko akufu ado breso Sam George eni ni nuanom edi animu mo omo yeye no enam se wo mo sori wo mo adwuma ba na wieye na omo nwie LGBT nkomo mama mpanin fa ne nsan hyase efiri se ose onsan enei san nkomo no to aso a enye yi efiri se adwuma ye fofoforo na akomrahye bedwam ho enu nti esese enya nkrofo foforo a wo mo nso ede asem kro no abeba na yasan ahwe ni bio. Eno na Speaker of Ghana's Parliament say, womunye ne ntem na ne sofo edi animu a wode eba no womu enli na nkomo a wahu nyina omunye na afemra no mampani emfa ne nsa enhyase nti nyese aban ene Parliament ena eye kokwasa wo ho enhyehyeye wo mrahye bedwam no eno womudi so. The Ghanaian Times anopay edi ho nkomo sa na enkomo a ekoso Justice Ejefrem Pon en wo ka se okopa adwuma na unya adwuma ni bi ne yesi kokuro ketuwa mu na koye adwuma wo hɔ a enkasa wo nya na opekuru kasiem na ni nyina eye oman Ghana kuro ya ye ka ho asemi. The Ghanaian Times. We move on. The Daily Guide this morning. The Daily Guide this morning says court rejects Gift Yoware's Supreme Court referral request, and Abutrika sues government over romance scam arrest. The other story says Ayawasu East by election, NDC goes with Baba Jamal. These are stories on the front page. The anti-LGBT story is there, and food insecurity hits 38%. Ghana Statistical Service report. And pay Daily Guide. Gift Yoware nkoma ewo ho a yede no akogina asendi bia se omra no meyi na no no eya na ode nkomo bi akotum se court entie na ema ne ho kwan ma ne ho henha ne kakra eno nso eye kwan a ono eboa no ema odi ne nkomo se de se odi ba ko ode court na court se madam ya ma ho kwan mo aye bia kama ba bia ya bedu ndi emi ni nkomo no na obi a hu ba bia aba no ebeto. Daily Guide abo ho nkomo sa na Abutrika abrante no ne namfofo nkomo aba abonten se womo ene womo ewa ma no ni didi nkomo ase dada kwan so na wajapade abedi wonsam eno ene ye che no wo ho a anopei. Daily Guide se ono nso se aban ni yie wakogina court emra no ma ho kwan mo bia ye de ope omo ye ni nyina wi a ye bo nkro no a court e de no kre no ebeto ho. NDC ti said anopei ya bo hu de wo a kire no. Daily Guide aka ho asem o se NDC is woman Baba Jama ne nam bibia ni ho a asia esese omuyi no edi ni free party nim. LGBT nkomo no speaker aka ho asem. Daily Guide e de abawon de obokrata nim yempem nkoye nim anopei. And that's the Daily Statesman. The Daily Statesman is our next paper on the block. Kai say WhatsApp messages in Koma Yedi Nano or sending message now. Fabra 020-754-3637. 020-754-3637. The Daily Statesman. Okay, so we move on to the Informer newspaper or the Daily Gist. Okay, the Daily Gist newspaper is here, and the Daily Gist says NDC clears Baba Jamal in Nima vote buying scandal. The Daily Gist. NDC clears Baba Jamal in Nima vote buying scandal. High Court reject Gifty Owari's Supreme Court bid, and Cabinet holds crunch meeting on cocoa crisis. These are stories on the front page. I see Kojo upon Nkrumah's photograph with the story. Upon Nkrumah labels 24-hour economy political deception to win votes. And pay the Daily Gist in Nkrumah or the Aba yen so ye chichiri mu achro. Baba Jama Nkrumah ne de ne the ubon krate bi e ka ho asem. Almost say Nima Aba nkofo koto ye no. NDC say Baba Jama wan ta bebia. Daily Gist said you no edi ne Nkrumah no. Daily Gist anope no say Mampeni John Dramani Mahama ese koko Nkrumah wodi ene akuafo yi nsem aba womo akari koko abegu na nso yenye skantua womo ka no ose ye nkomo ese so womo tena ase na mprempren ya no omo hu baabi a nkomo no wo na Ghana akuafo ho asem hia no nti mpanimfo a wonu ebu man no omo mra na omo ni ho nkomo na de omo betimi aye ama koko akuafo no omo aye ne sa pepepe de ama omo Gifty Oware nkomo no Daily Gist e ka ho asem court ne se madam brana nkomo no eden a yebedi Kojo upon Nkrumah and all can say 24-hour economy no a buying party no ebo ho dawuro de ba ban mu no na de omo pa ne se Ghana for beto aba ma omo na ohwe document no de aba mra she bedwam na bibia nim dada no a the Daily Gist anopay ne de eno no. The Informer newspaper. The Informer newspaper says Mahama tackles cocoa challenges today. The other story says Kumasi Azulud weighing exercise. National security linked to extortion. The other story says intra-party voter bribing. Occupy Ghana backs OSP to exclusively investigate and prosecute offenders. The Informer newspaper. Anopay, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Nkrumah wafre na pamfo. Se mumra na yentrase na kokwaku ya for how no. Abeye me how ese se ye hwe kwan a ye be fa so a ye be boa wo no. E wo the Informer newspaper nim. Na wonwa e fa niema dodo egu on trailer mu ye wafidie bi a kuduru kwan no fa bi a ye ma wo de wafidie ne niema a walodu no e fa so ne ye hwe se ne esese ofa no eno no wafa na saa so ye no ebre kakra ni mfie bosome be ye nsia ne akire ene nkomo aba wo ho se wo mo ye saa de no ketase hye ne proye bi ekoso nkofo agi sika load a eni se twam no na omo ama atwam national security ede ne ho age nkomo nim anopay the Informer passe saa nkomo no ni sika ne ho nsem national security for no ba mu no kura still omu hu se de niema eko eno na Informer newspaper ede abeto ne krata no anim abato a ekoso ewo party mu eni sikatui a ewo mu no Occupy Ghana say omo support the office of the special prosecutor nhwehwemu bia opeso ye no ombeboa na manaye na obia ye bebo no sobo se esese ye twe na so a omo de omo be tie office of the special prosecutor chi na ya twe nipa kra so anopay Informer newspaper nkomo a one yen edi no yankwa anim na yankwa the Supreme newspaper na yamfa newspaper no enwie yewia na yene mampani so edi nkomo migidi ye se wo hwemi nkomo a yedi nyina nye bia na one yen ya adwen ebi onso pese odi adwen foforo bi ba wo mantemu ho mampani opese ote wonka na namu bia wo ho no one etu. The Supreme newspaper says Kojo Nkrumah demands answers. Who is buying Galamsey gold under gold board regime? That's a question. And the other story says internal election should be about ideas, not money. Ira Adam Karim wants the NDC. These are stories on this front page. DBS industry cautions public against dealing with unauthorized persons. So, Kojo Marfo and Anopay, the Supreme newspaper and Komobia Odiye, what they are to on Krata and when him. Kojo Bisa say, gold no one waye illegal mining, wonyano. Anye bia adwumaku your friend Ghana Gold Board no. One more tossa gold no nkofo faculty kwan so enya no ana. We asema Ofuase ayirebi member of parliament Kojo Marfo obisa. Oso oji nchiremu ntimu a ezamudi nchiremu no bre no momfa emre no. Party politics ene se ye tonko votes anope ni edi ho nkomo maka kire se ye kromi culture no kire se oba obi ho na obesra na oma unsuo se oje wo feso a okwa a oda na ase na sa na ase no ena di asema brain wo krom ha otua oso me ye no aye party for say there be a bribe who influence nkrofo Awura Adams Karim ena all country NDC for say mama mo ani na ho na dey we ebetimi dey anim guase aba the Supreme newspaper no pay nkomo ahoro a den saka wo the ubonkrata mu ena ye dey abrew ya ka kiro say Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics ena afi Millennium Constructions wadaroma ena the ubonkrata nkomo no ye dey brew uguso a ehwe yen wo fache television so Daybreak Jumedie ena ye no edi ebraso sa wonso ne mampani di nkomo na bibibia opesa won ne che yenso ayete ha enkomo yi eboboso nkakrakrai ai obetimi ne ye di nkomo 020 633 4646 020 633 4747 Maestro anopay the ubonkrata na ebu ne na apesa o kira adwen wo ho bra ye twen se nuanom nso be join ye
mofa what church and say kama na I think say obiano kasadia faba bajama ensem no ho na ohe the rate at which all the newspapers kasadia fauna it is actually showing clear say nkomona need na nopano on top of the morning concerning how the NDC National Executive, which was led by General Secretary Fifi Fiavi Kweti Babonting ebe disseminate say
all right. I mean, yeah. What here you may see the amount for food. Hello, good morning.
Fine morning.
Opening down where the enemy man penny in Casa.
I'm about to
you yenti one pay.
I read a book on a pay there. Mohai Mahofan come.
Yadamoase.
Then better mechanic. Snaha, Shao road na while last one. Matter them who pay booking and wrong. What do you fuck on you? Where now, why you put point you can say, oh, you're probably an accident. The Mr. One for you, fun and interesting. I have my Alaska one on my wife.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Openi say oti yanka ene mampeni nkasa. Right.
Okay, next 4 years, Otan bill. Next 4 years, Otan bill. More secretary, Uncle Bill, or Uncle Bill, Otan next 4 years bill. That's it.
All right, yeah, that's it. I'm sure that in common no man penny who say or kwana Uncle Bill. Ofrefa or Tosono, any man penny in Casa. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Openi yete wonka enti ene mampani nkasa.
But friend me kata tin ni wadi ya. De anope kaganda de kata mampani ne ta akombono mbe tin suna ene mami frende for. Omo hadi ba o. Cause ene adisune yano atan de nugo tin zo anko ni suna. Nanso no omo tinwa do mte. Ya bi so ena tende we anyway and so cause yet then other mama penny I think no umi mama my
Yeah, that's it. Anope Maestro. And no nra make ho asem no. Orezi issue no nra.
Okay.
Anope wasa ka ho asem.
Yes,
yeah, na yentu ho anamo. Hello, good morning. Opening. Any man penny kasa anope.
Hello.
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 Yetie wo. All right. Minyini ye say ote yenka. Onso o akwanya say woni mampani bedi nkomo na ne ekoso o mantamu ene bibia ha obia no obefa afidie so ama mampani ate wonka. Yenso ne yesesi etu ho anamo no yebehwe na yatwempanimfo adwen asiso. Maestro.
Offer. I think say Baba Jama issue na medi ho nkomo no. General Secretary Fifi Fiavi Kwete should also understand say while say Baba Jama itimi afofete the ambassadorial deal and as ambassadorial position every Nigeria aba into Ayawaso East abe contestant should clearly tell you say he was more interested in a member of parliament position even more than the ambassador to Nigeria. I mean, Akunyana era, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Edeman. I've heard a lot of news surrounding that information. Say, of when he was coming to contest for the MP.
Forgive me. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Opening, Edeman Penny in Casa.
Good morning. I said to you, I'm not here. Mention it, you are a crazy. It's an area from where I have to be a person in the community.
Kasa.
The battery appear for the blue at the grocery of them. It is February. You need out of 4 metal, out of 4 metal. So I had to change them from them say, what that be I had a muru if she include for the banana. You be such a mountain, a do more casting anyway as a noble Nayan Fancy Mine, and one of all this year and I yesterday. I do what it would be. I have to 4 minutes of emeto. If you have to set 500 dollars in 450, a year good, I can go never fee, it's lemon. Only to be able to be now on from the table, in fear, maybe on paying. Now you the people, yes, lemon. Yes, lemon.
Yeah, that's it. Anope, asemwa, SSM or man any a cohon. Yeah, that's it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Master.
To say,
Nyamia Dumbe.
You what I say, down where the Nafi and a man penny in Casa.
But so your family, down because every Amantin.
Yet you.
Hello.
Yet you.
Aha. I would say, Anchor and microphone feature, working a number of the topics. And then of my by a woman. I must say, I could 1 year mountain. The things you go out, yeah, won't see how you know be a permanent talk. You can make that to me.
All right. A idea here, and making kind, and some kakra war until 10 video. So, me say a Greek minister say, Omo beye program bia, Omo bema niamano aben ye. VGD say, SSA appointment Ghana for. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Opening match.
Yeah.
Down where the Navi and the man penny in Casa.
And then you put a friend Trinity in Casa free service to contact BBN. Abruni a mona queer so monton. My grandchildren say, see how Kojo says now. Omakra a money baby every different countries aba. Meanwhile say Ghana de no omudua any eda suku. Tanka ebesere say mpanyfo antete sa import no so. Na nka omuma Ghana de no so monto ezan so mo so akrafo no ma blepi. Ena abato no mo say sika de no. Sesi Ghana no sa na aye. Omo say want to sika mo omuntu abano ebini na nsenya MPP primacy na yetiti ho hwe obi mu se Dr. Banatian Ponkeska ama into omuntu abano Mr. Ghana for so my injury sadden. It's answer MP neighbor. Now the kanji ni sika ono so kwa okwa kotemeka ansana ono so baby biama district na say municipal na waye. Nti so okona wanya hwe ya. Ana MP ni ba yakora wanya hwe but already no so. Waji ni sika no so kotemeka. Ti Mr. Ghana for say and at least nipa ne ba no be ka asem na. Yen hwe nipa no betimi ye adwuma no. Dan say ye behwe nipa obetimi atieska no. Obi obetimi atieska no kwa o meye hwe. Obi won so anka wo ba at least obetimi akasa o parliament age ne ma bre DC ama DC na akasa hwa de aye ne ma district na tumpon. Ti Mr. Ghana force o ma hwe na ne ma bi wo ha yentete so na enkampuntu emra wo man ndamase.
Yenso yedase anope maestro akuafo enuane titiu ti se emo ne ade no se yebetimi a patronize local market no then necessary ye efa foreign rice no
I think there's some komo we no ya na need no edin kakra because of say ababeto yen yitirimu say ade bi free kurum ha bia na enya papa say if Ghanaians are able to patronize the local made goods that you kurum hanoma, I don't think the government will only dwell on an economy importation of goods and services into the country. Because of the economy now you're thriving on is based on importation of goods. Adriania adia yakra at the baba. Meanwhile, we have some farmers over here, local rice no. Omuyebi. Other food commodities are ye to krum hanom no omuyebi. But yes still, a typical Ghanaian will have that in mind. Say,
hello, good morning.
Okay, offer.
That's your friend Kwaku like
Kwaku anope mampeni tiu kasa.
That's where the end of the program I'm going to take the basso kakra. Hello.
Kasa Kwaku.
Hello.
Kwaku kasa tiu.
They are to make my kasa.
Aye.
I'm saying how I'm saying so and when ya so da area wa crack to no mako fa crack to the other threat so and I ran wo ya get our man to number na sa no mano bra go my name was and when say that it will be on my phone ocean complicate to be a credit so so the fast happy piano na ono so de abegbo bra bra papa was ade ne die here me say the piano ya agility say e ko to wa na yes do because of the how can see how my continue go Muslim countries Arabic countries for yes anu mano e krono abai na to to na from and also for na bra we say we be 5 million the chance you know na e krono anu ma e ko so di no e ta abai to na isi let TV stations no yes ade na if I go channel ni mo no mo yi no how of basa say ya na say the king for na di mu na ono so di pa ka no asendi ka no kono wa de no akudi kisa ade ngi aso ma pe ma ma ye to na che obediri e no die ni ala mo se na wa ka wa se na wa ka me so ma fre ni ka bi am program bi am fre sa wa me die o tu wa na ma be go se e se wo man e ku ma TV station ko yi ko so le de ya yo TV station wo no me program bi ha o akonfo ene sa go for nko anu do mo ba because who TV wa wo so program ala na wo ni mo man mo bi se wo na wo ji ni kan bi tuna ye da yira wo ne ye da yira
anope obi wa ahoma no so a yebetimi ne no adi nkomo na ya ba be wrap up this segment. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Opani.
Mpacho muhuti sayo.
Yeho ani ye hwefu bibi anya hia e.
Okay, mpacho medeni titi. Omo frame titi na me masam ni se ye kokoguo omunto sikazu ni ho na munga jira mampenzo mbo ni humodi na ontimi nya na ye sankaska na ye bre ye brepa wo da chifu himai chifu apenkro chifu shell ye bre too much.
Yeah, that's anopay. Me gidi say mampeni na pamfo so won wa wo hwe yen anopay ebetim komo no omo esese ye bo mama ne so ye be bo mama ne so obi wa homa so a ye ne no ebedi nkomo maestro emo no local rights ne nkomo no and afi National Communications Authority asudia da won so esese wo ye adwuma no ye nhwe na ye mfa fa edikan emra na wie
enti ofa nkomo na meeting ne say ye pese koko ekua I'm sorry ekuafo wo krom hanom omudwumedi amudi no sikaba omanim na sa enyama ye ka ho asemi e di sikaba omanim we should patronize the local goods that you are doing over here over sa ideology ni she yetrim say ade bi efri krom ha bi enya papa so even government na fa to no so say whether being say eye aduane eye drinks eye any other matters bi ano oba import it from Obi Manso at the Abakrum Hanum. To the extent offer, Sebi in Chine Keke Crampri to me imported from Obi Manso the Bakruma. Whilst we have some other sources a bit in Chile Ukrumanum. It is our share the commodities and the importation services are itembia yakra. Edi free amonane edi Bakruma. Ediane yadi edi mutintima. Meanwhile, we have farmers over here. They give us 60% of things in here, Okruma, but yet still, Timemufono do not patronize these local rice, these local commodities, Okruma. But of our Oko hospital, even a hospital, doctors will tell you, say, Ediane and I say, Obedi moi, and more papa will say, we do Okruma Hanum, sebi, the friend as Antemono. Of I'm Oba Mifia, and we be an edi. And what Tamana me no dim common, and we be an eja, make chanam the airful. Oko race horse ha konko baako this be kope no mato no boto nam da koto fie na me no edi ka ene ka be still no fa na medi e say ahodi wom me doctor be catch me say I mean foreign branded rice no e ma me di because the content of it no what we are in the future you will have that kind of result but of how and where are we going to remove that kind of mentality from our local people? Say that cultural assimilation. It will see you free a trim. Near chance they believe in the local production.
Okay, and he said, "Oh, Mampeni, His Excellency John Ajekum Kofwa, or introduce you Bibiana. You can say national orientation. And he answer as Anna Montway in Abecosom. As I say." Ye boderu esese ye kire esese nkofo te ase sentia esese de yenya ye dua ye yenya ya ho adwuma wa ha no eboa yen esese nkofo hu se oh ye patronize Ghanaian product e ma ye sika e ma nkofo adwuma ye sa nkire mu no se ya anya ma o man ba bia nte ase ha na o kan kire ne se oh ondi Ghana aduane on she Ghana area on tiase se eno na no pe na ma me ka ho asem se yes o wuku ada bia ye nhye fugu me sorry am be bisa me say ade ntina fugu na me hye fugu yes etese ukọ district bia sa ntiase no obi owo ho enya no correct se esese obi a hye fugu wuku ada bia de a na esese won a wopam fugu no nso no ye ma omu enti asie bi no omu se esese omu ye ntentem esese mfidie ba esese fugu no bo eba fom se bi obi abetimi atobi se ye exporto a esese ehu se sika ye benya ni sika ne ba de ye ni ye ni no mo so nya fugu industry emu asem a wo kan ofa se obi a ekoto Ghanaian rice esese shop obekọ akoto no se next time Mr. PV Janto na edisa ankomo yi next time no se osan akoto local rice no the receipt no de to ba akono enam se wato bi denti etimi ka se oh ya te no so ana yetimi ka se wato dodo naturally ede ba ye won krofo bu okroma naturally ede ba ye won krofo bu okroma se bi adwenboni wo mutrebunti no obekọ akofa kodu no ode beba market kodu no wakofa no bunu no ode beba market no fa within 10 minutes se nipa no wakoji aduro so yesu se de kodu no betimi abre at the expense of 10 minutes. Hey, my video be and waka kodu ya semi. sorry me ya kyerɛ na ya hyɛ da agyebre na ye di ho nkomo because kwadu ho asɛm no ene kwan a amanfo ma no ɛfa so abiri kurom ha no
ofa enye izo
etimi
me say me hu a
no wagya di
ebe me din say me to kwadu edi
ɛno yɛ no korɛ abusuafo uguso a wɔhwɛ yɛn wɔ fakyɛ television so daybreak dwumadie yɛ dan yɛn ho na yɛne abedwafo no atena anɔpɛ So yeah the SSA wo Fache television Daybreak Jumedi and I de ebro anope Mr. Kingsford usu ansa sana ofa PV Jantwa Datsen mpanimfoi and I no edi nkoma anope nkoma a ewo krimu edos baako efa NDC adwoada no omo pre won ho bebo ya mane se womo ye nhwehwemu efa abato ekoso omo si nipa bi akotuetue ska na eno na influence omo ma 2 days for committee no so wonye wadwuma committee na ye wadwuma wi e de banra omo baaye omo baaye enkomo a ewum ne se baba jama no wanye hwe nti party no ejina na echi na wako turo ni din se edu se by election ne baso a wonye ho adwuma na party no ento abama no nchiremu omo de baaye no abidwafo beboa me yedi sa nkomo no koko akuafo nkomo no na watwi mu ejinamu dendenden mampanin afre for meeting se mpanimfo ne apamfo a won won ye adwuma no omumra no omunhia na won hwe kwan on befa so a koko akuafo won ho ebehen han won anopei eka nkomo a yebegibre na yedi ho ye wasante mantemu na yen mpisa won wasante kumase ehia na waye press conference ka kire yen se aban ka so obeye swami interchange aban free so no wantimi anya no se de okan ye no aban foforo baayi oso ohwe se de hote no a sabre ye mu de sika won betimi aboa no ebeye adwuma ne fa bi nti ye sa afa no wie na ye namu a ye ho henhan yen a won wakopeska na omo aye fa eka ho mpisa won free asante mantemu a woye MPP for se dabi aban komo no a odi ne kire se de ye pɛ se ye be ma asante aye fe enye saa na aban ye pɛ no nti ye nyina ye moa wo mo ne nka nkira aban se de ne da ho na ano eno ano onyema yen anopa bidwafo beboa na ye di hunkumo zo so ansame mo achi
ya benia
na bokode
janadom nkwa kura mu a mogidi mu fusane de ayara
ye be de nyame ase ofa machi
ore mi joso
mi gidi se boko
me da roma
ye de nyame ase ofa ma me ne hu nhya nkomo no ase na ye mfamfi o party NDC weekend no na wo mu di sa nkomo yi mi hu se o timeline so waka se ebra mampani ye se baba jama o gina adwuma no na ade no ugidi se elite na esese ebantem ansana wenum nyina asi yente eno mfiri ho na afa ye nkode aka no
ye kojo ma menchia na menchia busanfo ye ho ni o mo mo hwe yes am se me hu se ye dia government communications dia beto se ya recall ambassador air france baba jaman na madwen kire me se aye aka akiri kakra because o man panyina ma wadwuma ba ko a oye o hwe kwan a ye fa so ye ba ban ene botaya isi eni so se ye pese ye reset changing nema de nema toto akwan fufuro enjimegidi ye se obia ye de adwuma be hye onsa bia na se bi obia mfa adwuma nhye wo ko ye de hye onsa ye de ma wona afi se o ka se untimi nya obia ne uni ntokwa ni papi ho ye de be bani pa wofuro ba se unya je adwuma ni wia kojo tenya yare bi ene bebo wo ana nye nkwanhye bi na ebeden ebeba ne se nukure mu no pese wo somo mani ya hweso na ye se adwuma me ma dwuma ni se woni tututu ba bi na se ekwan bi abeda hanem se ha ba ya chan hanti no me firi akwa nti me na me kire mu se ebra unya adwenche ba na se wodan ni trimu po bi se yenua France nasa afiri mu akonya no abeda mpan e wo se yeto abayi obi eden e hye na nemu no wo firi ho no eden e ba en kwadwo oba no wo cry we seek permission from foreign minister was say me ba Ghana ababa abe contest se when wa France wa nche kwa so abe contest no o ka se waji liver ni hu se liver na ade a odi yenia kwadwo no ma kola ba ho me dan okate me say on tiapo obekoji nam sin koji ko sintraso me doctor o sintraso my friend to do our friend do me no one friend e che me friend wa akwa na yesen health insurance ewu na we so enti ne ma me dina ba dia doctor manager so be me na you are fired maybe I would na e che ntu ne nse dwuma mu titi
my instructions are near
one pan yaduma me wo bend 1 inch you go me man nye 1.5 inches to go so was like every 40 minutes also over leave no dia no be ye na ehu ana me bwa enti no was start say we yes hard no obi ehunu wo je adwuma na to e sa be pe adwuma fa ba be ye ko do asemu ni fa na kan ti sabre no ana o se ko America do bra so would you leave no you say bia bibi na wo ba say ade we na wo ye den wo ba be wa bra anti na mo agya adwuma na ye den ato ho ne dia adwuma no maje fru nse
nkomo ni bi ye say Rashid Bawa na oye Ghana's High Commissioner to Nigeria akonya ba sama oye bi nti nyono nko an eye bi
Kojo
ujitum
Kojo abaten na suba nyepe o baten bi wa ne ba koye boni a won kan nim baten bi o kan ne ba ye boni a wo ye den nti no de ye obi fie ye no ese obi fie e bi MPP fo ne gya ma Rashid Bawa eye de o professor wo ye den wo ye no makache o se ogan fo pa na wo Bible mu ani nyan wa ha ba ko to amene mu a wo gya 99 ne ho e ko yi ba ko no NDC sa ogan fo pa na ebi ni wa ba to amene mu bia ye bi ja ho wa ba to amene mu bia enti no sabe na wo sen ka ye de ye man kata so yini se bia wa di leave se o ba bia o ba ye abusansen bia ka na se we na o ba di ntina mu agya adwuma na ye de ato wan dia kwadwo ne se adwuma no ni interest on bi katem se mboa
okay
adwuma wa dia sensa on kata wa ko wa ye hu bibia na se na we nda ba bi dia kwadwo you are not committed to the job it me position no
ensisa ne ekoba ye ne se yakoto aba no party mpanimfo se kwan ya niema fa so koy omani anye ho na ni pani bi e wo reservations ba party for no ye de ese so omoye enura anajo omdidi ewo mu aba de wa bonten ene ne omo kan nura no sen na mo fa
se de wa bonten se
e wa bonten se o nkofo to vote ho television ho moto ni ade party say ono an ye gina na
yes because ohe circumstance you na any time frame na kakre na party bit my head aye but the good thing is that they say aye aba obi adwene mu say saade no e wo say ye pekwa bi ye dey e fa so say e ko ba say nimpre no so obi so asan ko bi biom dia na say we na ye kan wasem no na ye ni buta bi ye dey ye kan wasem we na circumstance no accompany say nyehwe ye nyentum no animu ye o say party di e fence framework bi ba say free na ko ye ko ye primary so say ye by election say ye dey o e kwan we ni ye fa so say ni say why ye be mus why A B C D em ready ube free mu and no kura no by extension no one we ya wo membership na kwa no ye bet ma twa sen
that's how far opposite party no
salam pese ko when ko party be from the entire membership no discipline anymore no because the members na ba point to be akoy minister akoy DC akoy ala me bwa he say discipline ni wa e beri baby no we be ye to a good opportunity for us abai eye opener for us yen sha se nye hu bibi se si a committee ni kwa no e be ya wo mo sa mo nto adwuma no so se e kwan o mo fa e kwan emra se kwan be ne be fa so a saa de no ibi ntimi si bi mo
okay mezo uzanza en command wa bonti ye nyina ye bi yep nti zam pepere ho ne ade no a enne sei na akɔwie no sen na ofa
no me nche tifo ne ahwefo na vote by no entwemu
ni sa na madwen yam
entimi ntwem never entimi mene open ya adwen se enka no se president fire ntem the moment on your intention na pepe picture say adwuma na che hono ni nso no moment or declare no am say unity na abaye say vote buying no nti in unity the time no a letter no buy no a ya to aboda wie na manfo say what win here vote buying no ye kan wasem mu amu na letter no buy the ya say vote buying nti ma ye hu say of fire no because wa free position no and asen aye hu ni ye Ghana ntempa no a we na dwe say o declare say we contest no a samra na ko pampe yi na di because wanya aju pominu ejuma na gasa wo mu je say woni nso ope ba ko che ba ko nti fa de to ho empo bi a na ni so emra I was say party now say emra obi a opposition you should not able to makwan ama won free mu no contest.
Okay, ndina se nhihye bi a NDC di aba omo aka se opese obe pre party akonwa bia wo obosumi nsia.
Do we say it's ambre nti we ka chairman kwa manba. Konya 6 months. Because you person ojina also free mu 6 months. But we need 6 months.
Maybe I need the end of
well, over Kaakyire men's I mean Ragmo Barakanas one Sam George. So no office of president. And Obaha. E.T. men's was crying, said the sketch. Okay. In the home office no, Omutima community more. Now we are Jumano because Parliament no a full-time job.
That's right.
The unya daje enko tebia but office na bia no wurum na wo to na wo tue to ase o kind of place the scapa it cut up city finism all Marty intimensa was crying I mean for the crazy me ne wo na kira de me ne umioni na kira de ye pay 3,000 Now ya dom ne bia bi bo na boy parliament obo parliamentarian uko ho ba oba the V8 aneba majimi me a metum anko no ade ma say majimi di ansa no wako uko no amabi afa sanete nti ye to ba ne ye je de on say this one else say from mumfo but omo na ye nko de sabe nkwa sejuma am na yeye ana akodro ba mu ye fra wonfa e kire bi oba majem di ansa na wako
nti entiase a
that is it no problem tia no problem obi anka hwe bentua na yade you will never win uchu tawotia
na oma etua no influence delegate
influence pa
sa
yes
Parce que bien tu as au moins win.
Oh, they are do.
Oh, okay. The highest bidder, sir.
Mama, scenario one people did scenario 2AB. Buy a joke 2AB manufamano. Water, nothing. When you would be brave. Weekends now free party for no one. You buy some ramen hotel. No buy. Them come on, beautiful dying. Then come nebi muda. O come the ya kwa hotel TNT. How much will be any? No. A lot. I just a sign. Or any pa. How never them do. Koi ampa with my present ampa. Washington hotel. We are them kotoye. Just here, a do conwan, what are they? Assassin. Eti in Rose on ye na no ye that tricks. That's a water you know if you pour ship. Not really a guy was so big kind of ye, but me a fan power what quite much as
there's a influence.
Yes, it died. Hey, Yama 3,000. Yama first 32 inches. Oh, there could be more. Oh, there be more. 3,000 mu ko nya bi to nsam dawo so no one dia 3,000 nya bi da ade de what ma no
na se ensesa beba wo ho a de na sisisi
eden because parts in say cost the womb don't nyina boso mbeko no and ko so bia o ka bere bia o ko so nyina vote and until first model get bi no mu nhia so ka no bia ate uba na ofre ya nyina na aba don't even chobi eska but eden your cost capital intensive the cost of no so and until the all the two parties and you know that level because that's the best so can bear remember beera and vote and now the dominant you can pay yeah and then crack a crack and then you can but then be able to tell me this who tell a crabino
I see
but when they are for delegate about Yamamino, what one friend one on cast of a bill one TNT money sianum one of the needy. Is any for me and son, oh, from here, oh, mammy 200. The next one, mammy 300. The other 1,000. Well, you're one with one. Anyway, oh, call that way he was about TNT. I'm Bribono. Maga want to mammy, me friend, no, and a man TNT, no man of Diane, no man you sue. We wouldn't consider the bribe. At the office OSP bregu kwa obey ya mfa jabe MPP near OSP 24 onu ko no pay because of mijibisika oso man TNT wa nga so wo bribe no eti wey obedi for OSP ye den obedi for
right Vivi and then parties no ebetimi aye a saadi esu betwa
ko yo ni mebi makase me yo wadi go ha mentiase adentina obi a or the privilege so to abayi either branch of officers and as a polling station officers constituency friends executives regional executives national executives meboa wabi osana to abayi parliamentary candidates wasa to abayi flag bearer ana na say nipa no woto sa abayi na without financial obligation on him or her alinda
okay the friend delegate
alinda was unya kwan yi sa nkofo ni na wabra on bear cost be in the friends electing those people
some say he's earned the right of being a delegate and a party member.
Yeah, but you see, it is because you empathy a party ni. Also, you must contribute to that process. And because you be obenya kwan so koto be you be bia. Obegina wansa na why dey? Why? Kojo. Why do I have to pay you for serving you? Why? When houseboy Wokosum the master, what can kala?
There be.
And you know, right from the word go no. Sebi you. Also who the san ko from bomb this cable mu nya no. Enye sumi no omba be den. Omba sum wom. Kodo me no kodo abrufu. Ese do to 5 acre. You benya 20 bucks. You be abru na ebonu ye say na o hana me de 10 bucks abro. Woni nyansa obeje abru no. Obeje na so onye. But the only nyansa obeje. But the only nyansa be akwa abru afi na say. Ensu betime jaito ebonu betime say. Eja betime atum ama ayeden ahye. Adentin o say me ni kan enye den. Enye me di answer. Na yes Bruno about 20 bucks. Opeso obu kwase nti na wodi kan ten na ayeden ahye mo sem. E tran akoso akoji bi obi abeka to say woni brade. Na o mo fi gigi say ska we ko say abrabo say be ya mo ma angenye yi. One life is getting worse. Because yes can enyo he sebe o ma dwene na wo fam kakra na yes ma nyi bia mfini ho a me kwa me nya hwe na me say asante region aba ye koto ekoyi regional executive no ye koye campaign o me to aba na ma o mo kanse me tina me o mo gina so to aba na ye de e ma ho ye tena fie afi enefa ansa na ye ba aban mu ya ba aban mu afi ene boso me sen mienu eni pa no o ye trustworthy never said you can obetima ya ene e ho adanse o aramebwa nti kogina so ne fa yeden ne fa to aba mo free Jesus ka 507 ni pa na ba ya na wo ma 500 hwe ne ho ne mpa bo he no ne shirt ne trouser black no as ye hwe white motion egu ni ana odi na chi wo to aba na wo je 500 na wo to aba na manwie ya okoya oba ya no hwe improvement aba ono na babu ne hwe wo de na wadi ne yanka be sa de wi official of 2015 because so former staffer the woman just come you do community bia the official dey bia how mo hono mo huska na mai me first can insurance e ko to aba no wo ma nto ama ne kwajo misut meja he
Debi
ubako shomo wo mo se propra entino wo mo na wo so mo yeden
omo
because mo yes ade we an enfan ko so bia mremo time bia we ma je wodi nipa na chi no wona je kese na wo convince wo mo tikwajo ebetima ende hwana wo mo moto aba no wo ma dwen no ebeba fi baby wo mo se baby akwa na mo fe okay na wo so mo public affairs toilet bi ayema na mo sana mo ko so mo trace ka mo sana itwa wa assembly maame no diska no wo na mo de maame ni wu a o diska na wu na mo so okay mo nche me kwan a ayema mo amo betima amobilize my head mo ansa na matwe we ma mo kojo wo mo ntimi anka bi am kan se ni ade no enya masa ni nsuo so ba ko so bai o meto aba ni bi taba kana ye to delegates friends membership ni na no me ne me mani me nwa me ensa me ko DC o so mo miskan ko tuam best school fees o ma me 200 me zura me ma wano prince so me kam na ko 200 no ko me no je one city ko me fama me so ma wo me fa ko me se me beso mo se
politician
meko amya kwa shemra na emra na ejenso ma wabra ba yede ayi die mitima ya ma to ko dwene wuduru asempa na ye wuduru nkwankwa wuduru ha niema me yema omu na me duru wa obi ayede e kai me ye bridge bi akoma na me ba bi na nkra fa so no mutom si bridge be me ensa ene eda so ho it is says kanu ko do ye bon getu ko ska na wa kwa je bra Etukunim kwado say ya ready say person your parties in year ye sha sana ente sa o na me tsembe pini because first ko on ko ba bia won ba wi na party for na gidi to na monyi we yam la to petro ye den ne dia den adane
this is bisa mo ye party for na
entukunim kwado na me kan se pejama ha senka en hanu a want to small office bi na point bia petrol ya de ko le constituency o le ko ba bi akotwe Taika, Fako ni invete. Niema no unye free fa. Usu na de chairman, inusa na de mame, inusa. E din na de e blue bag 5. E mame, won sun cheche mu. Sike ka hon se wa ketua na udi TBC ya. Ma ye hu se e den ya. Kodo na so beti na we foundation and wa no.
Anope wa boni din de ma me ma no akwa abaso. Ko chama inusa.
Sina kojo.
Afisha pa.
Afinkon metuen. Na Mamim Pacho say my late and pay. Now it has to be onerous. Sir, a net topic no sir I drew me so say young me kasa was the near Mamim see baby senior ordina no CCC and I'm from free home.
Free home.
Unfortunately, here Nka His Excellency John Dramani Mahama he is failing. Or fili nyoma pi on se nyankopon e hyeda e de ne bae se on be ye corrections all ba no so o kansam bi asansam na o kan no nye na asam na o kan wo ye de sman reset no enye na asam nyankopon na de hye na no ma ne kan but he is failing on every single opportunity given to him to reset
ade
che on say opportunity ba na sanka ubetimi agina so stop adino na one stop na you have failed that opportunity
miti
ne DCs nyoma bebre on the galamsey that he made a lot of promises and so they are doing things he has not used even one of them to set an example na nka ya kano na ya suru say ni ekwi sa oye mistake na sa ukoye sa adi we a ye be yi wedi and I said bibi beto. He has failed there. Now this one in particular, let me say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will put his feet on the ground. Eka say, we must use Honorable Baba Jamal as a scapegoat.
Why do you want to use him as an scapegoat?
Because it was done in a manner that like as a opache say or suchen emrana ewokruma. I am not saying there are no criminals in Ghana, but criminal power obeying able to out area. Kiti say abra police jina ha and the police bi su jina ha. Sa criminal no ono no why if you cramp on court because police follow the shot no down.
Baba Jama dey no ye. Why then?
So Ochicha TV ni motors any cable milk any abonike only abonike
this all can
abonike nkubia ye di twitwi ayi cream bia ye di twitwi ho Ochicha ni nyina ho no. That was too bad. Plainly
me say whatsapp say achede ekurum ha me yenye
no sa achede ekura yetimi disikache what must say but yes our emra in the 1992 constitution ebomu say untimi emfasika emmobi in the event that you are motivating or inducing the person to go and vote.
Inducing motivation obetime establish say ade na Baba Jama ya no sa nyema mienu iwo.
Yep.
Nti just okọ
nyema mienu no wo
office of the special prosecutor.
You haven't ended your question. Bisami bika ho.
The person bisa sa abre ya no.
Because tie onu ankasa ebe jina simpiesu ka say it was given to them to motivate them. You can say that.
Also motivate you for them.
Motivate you or the bima. That is why we have to call a spade because me na me ohonu wan fa bia ma me
because who hear motivation
me to aba ohonu that is why
who hear motivation
me to aba wo ho some sisters wo ho ye fie wo ba bia na omo ye we no e fie na omo koji we no wo beto aso 2-3 houses away then you go to that house wan fa bia mreye. Because when we say we are not voting for anybody and we are not delegates. To inform motivation ni biamba. Meanwhile, yani ni audi motivation ni maomu. Yenye na neti ni mahono muna. Sa usi ahunchire pa ewo Ghana ewo nima. Your family house kahubi ahunchire ni wohono mu.
Pasa we established that there was an intent to pay bribe. And he paid. It must be established. And yes, I did anything you na yabu anu kumvo.
Tie, yes, Anete, Mr. Rawada. Ye di eniemu. Ni odi bribe no maye esa be genesis piesu ka say I me di maomu. Adanti na odi maomu a or say to motivate them to do what?
And no,
they are going to vote.
And no na esa court na ekano.
Tie, but His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama could have put in an example of Baba Jama.
How?
Nanka onono sa oso obeko kwata na onua kono court.
Enti mampani di obetimi aye.
Eno ye. Ti omu report.
Wama na adwuma. Eno se adwuma na me de ama no. Onna subanpa di. Ti magima adwuma afiri wonsem.
Debe Kojo misra wada mayan ko hono eno it was out of nothing. It was just PR gimmick.
Okay.
Mami Kachiro said Baba Jamal was not going to go back to Nigeria again. Senior, Mami Adaliswe na Fabuani. Baba Jamal was coming down here. Now Wabeye elections on the 7th of February. The main primaries on the 7th. The main election is on the 3rd. Suswampa nguna no unya Baba Jamal. Ubaya ebeye primaries na wa winner. Will you go back to Nigeria before on the 3rd na wasaba? When you have a constituency to deal with, it's no longer delegate to 1,092 delegates.
Since was what G leave.
President Mahama said, "We know so he was not going to go. Until that one, it was just PR gimmicks. Yeah, you know, you say, yeah, dear Nanka, Baba Jamal, or go back to Nigeria.
The point I want to establish.
He wanted to, we all of us wanted him to do, he said, Baba Jamal, I am the leader of the party. As a result of Nyawye, court, no yano, who corner support, see, fair enough. Support, see. Nyawayano a boni etia yamra na yedua fa mra kwanso.
Okay,
what must say? So you cannot allow the person to become an MP before somebody goes to court and say near na a criminal offense. Na sa or court parliament na sa obi edin sa some way e court na court no e ka say no near was a crime against the constitution now. So
there are lines of duty. Mampeni management.
Yes.
Or say wajina juma.
Aye.
Office of the Special Prosecutor say.
Yes.
And near maybe a course or yen fishim. It is a
committee say we nya ehwehwemu. Committee na dia ba say wa difo.
Office of the Special Prosecutor investigate Papa Jama.
Yes.
And now koya. Yaman self-recognizance bail.
Okay. Office of Prosecutor yesterday.
Yes.
And now the bail condition.
Yes. Charges are there. Bail condition. Charges are there. Born back. Abetting. You see a smart will be from Office of the Special Prosecutor. So on Fakrata and command. Okoye. Comfort the woman sa. Eke can branch. And Namsa no account. You see a born a quid. Omran will be in one. Yes, say tea. Now, I know common here or no.
Too much.
Yes, say. Or there's maybe a dear and man who coins what does else to buy it. Omrana or match them. Indeed, the old Shishano, Office of the Special Prosecutor, taking care of her no. And now our party. The party also say, what does you be a dear good party anymore? The party also to an amount. That's another leg of that same matter.
Yes.
And I'm peninsula man, a Juma. Man peninsula to an amount. A Juma or the man. The three legs of that same conversation. And when you were here now, officer man penny on ya in the Emma would do.
Thank you. Crocro the John now, or man penny or yeno. And no hope and no now, me was some. Because chair on committee na ye omo committee no essay would differ so by now or dead it was wrong, it was against the constitution and it was against the reputation of the NDC. But yet the report libre NDC na nkasa as a party where Mahama is the leader and the president party no say esan say emre ni honti tie no yanti asam you crime has been committed established by your own committee o see esan say muni mre a mudi be replace onu akonanti onfa no wendi. Then the second one no so say mum pese mu yino na onu di party na court a bit delay and some until I find home by.
Okay.
Now, when you know, now on from court, not gonna phone you now who say, okay, you have done the right thing. The person is now going to court. But you cannot allow the criminal to go and sit in parliament, so to speak.
Maybe a time report how many pages? How funny actually yes, ready for. And so I'm getting now.
But the General Secretary say,
don't do that.
General Secretary say, Omoye Nfishemu, committee ni ye Nfishemu. Omo kai say one a contest ni nyina apart from just one person. Omo nyina misconducted omo. Enti no, as a set kwadu bi wo kwa ye de bo omo kan sa. Party no na say establishing that findings in here correct. Omo constraints. One of the constraints is that omo ni bread.
Yes. Kojo misconduct means
the second one can
as in different forms. It would take us with default. No. There is a what for? Obi misconduct.
Don't they know the difference between what for anyone who saw?
Party will be uncountable for. Oh, the right way Nicolaidi man is misconduct and ameba.
Now we are misconduct there.
Do the more you in there. Or Chilemu, you are better than the National Indian Pomo.
Right, in the pay wouldn't be better now. What if you Mahama so Mahama? Ah, a good father cry, state mandated institution.
That is why they voted us out.
Wait, oh, to bust.
Don't use a good
start comparing my
Jama. Say about opposition.
Want to say a mobile telephone, I'm saying, oh, you get right. One doesn't but
it doesn't matter.
Many ways share programs we are why late. You should never apologize. And I put my position the way later. Who apologizes? Back no.
It is.
It's not a
once I'm here. Once I'm here, he says something against my person.
Many ways share ultimate.
Even last week, program, I haven't never been late.
Men can't
you are always late.
Many ways share ultimate. They say, "Oh, Bibia, Mahama, share a leader, ultimate act, and you want to be actor." Ah, let's say, "Who for the boy? Abrabo said the Mahama boy. I come away." It was Maka the most important thing. Say, I didn't see. Ubi any young, right? The better quiet for sure. Real currents and bad day. It be a maybe. Now the other can what you pay, my mechanism show. Within Nima, we know. So back kind of crap. Kojo, what kind 10 rooms? It will need maybe a 8 air condition bohom. Cut them some what?
Yes.
May say, call Nima, Hollandese.
A day, one nip 10. 1 year. Meet some it home.
And you are not out there. I'm going to have a bad, don't worry.
Nima, Evanate. What's the back in one time? I thought Hollandese 441.
Yes.
You need 441. May say, Ubacono. Who can't dine 10?
You know 441 at all.
Ah, me only moon cranks, money and come. We are not far.
Konima, Neko Dio. Konima, the whole Nima, Neko Dio Nima.
Meet you.
Hollandese. Back in Gas and Gekam.
The cost.
Share, Kojo. Most of the rooms, air conditioning will be on. One bomb home then. One year, Nima will be on my head, my ding. One bomb, one now quadro. And by the nature, I said, Hositiano, ventilation, and it's almost incidental. Most of the rooms are air conditioning, will be 1 year, my ding, 1 more nobody, open my air conditioning, Canesica.
Bibi na abam but the chile baby sa.
Etino, Emeka, I say money for the One we are hard-working people. One we are hard-working people.
One more smarter than what you are doing.
No,
Nima for you. We are smarter than what you are doing.
So, having established the position,
say we be
abam. Only what for nyina ya atwen. So so ansa mu nyina mugitum say sa keta se hye ne proye no. Ese se party for mo pe kwan bi na mutu ase.
Yes.
Eno de wo table you nyina agitum.
I wrote a solution in 2015. I repeated it in 2019.
The anopebient solution.
Niamika say, in order that yetimi a solve sa delegate system we know. You make sure say be two party aba a party can afford from constituency and I say polling station to the national no. Yema party money na omo mukuta party card party card no omuntu aba nemo me dishe me write up ne say essence say yawo party bi wo krom ha aye for omo NDC bi NDC for nti o metime infiltrate no mo choose candidate amaye. So I added that near be yes and be ya be so anu no say you make sure so obi a obeto aba no ekuta ne card no or the person might have contributed to the party for 2 years.
Okay.
For 2 years. If you haven't contributed to the party for 2 years now, the system will not allow you to vote.
Good standing.
Not only the good standing. Good standing, sometimes somebody can just join this.
No, but it would be a basis of good standing that at least you must have served for 2 years.
It is only your party. So only your party unless I will contribute to Kappa my party for 2 years just because of we want to do mischief now. Now you were 1 million NDC members. Okay, Mami UCCPP. Then I will say me.
Who I will try what our watch television Daybreak PV John to our ha we did Kojo Marfo.
Mami establish we na ebeboa mo party na ebeboa
eno ne niema mo de egu akwan mu a ebeboa ma party no sa de
I me na me hu sa de we essence me ko abeto I won me ko abeto I lost ntimi ne ekoso wo ya bato mu awo kroma. So based on that no and me detenances I say how can we solve this? But how can we solve it now? Minya solutions no. Me said the NDC for Ed2 as an example say in 2015 they did the same thing. They open up. But open up no and omu be can say enkofobi. They claim say enkofo ewrewrem. Ena me per solution e masade no. To allow Onyankunu to be able to vote now, you must have a card that when you bring it and we slot it via the POS now, you might have contributed for the party for 2 years. Otherwise, won't mean to happen.
And a bad way of solving the problem.
Now we are going to have over 4 million, or I said 3 million people voting for party executives and them presidential candidates. When the bet me on TV 3 million a channel TV. Even Nigerian na odi TV no ebeboa na ye di chiche no.
Then ko special prosecutor we. Wouldn't baby ade free na.
Say am say nkomo no odi no onim baby ese so ode ko.
Why are you like this?
Na go suban today. E do na wo mi ebre. E ti out na we.
Why are you like this? Ye cancer wouldn't mean some na ye can. Wo cancer no uti won me say
me my special prosecutor from. Say onim baby free by.
What the friend no friend me. Friend
television so but Alaji Mamin san shots in through.
Okay.
Koko akuafo. Won carry koko. Sikasem ayeden. Mampeni say oye oman ni nyina kanifo no otena sidin no jama won a ode adwuma na hye wo nsa na wan ha na ache. Nti enei wafre pututuru meeting say mpanimfo ni nyina amra no mo mpekwan on befa so a on beboa ma koko akuafo a wo carry won koko koe won sabeka wo sika de na wo kan wo.
Kodo, to be honest with you, Mrahu papa.
I am run out of ya na no pay out by.
Since the day me who say ye di koko akuafo e fa kwamboni wesu. Oh, you see, in Ghana here, we are just Misremuka. We are just being wicked. Because so see international market no koko bo eba form. Enunti untimi and to koko no sana ositonena. Have you forgotten? Say in 2018 koko bo eba form to $1,800. When we were checking, when we were already paying more than that. But Sabino MPP no finding ways. You're finding ways to solve this problem. Senebaya we ya shift this bed no ama cocoa farmers no. Because already no one cocoa farmers who say omwa na cocoa no eye omudia. Ena wonu wadwin eye wo say MPP aban na yesisi omu. Ntinka was a cocoa no yato cocoa no be say 6,000 not less than 6,000 Ghana cedis. Nasa wa ba mu and you have not fulfilled that. What ma abra problem no ba wo so no de. Wo pese o shift problem no ma farmer. Wo ba mu na problem no nyamba wo so no. Adan na 1 for 6,000 na ma farmer so no because wo ba mu no na cocoa bo no from $2,500 a shooting up. A shooting up. Tama cocoa when a shooting up no. Adantina one fa sikano ama cocoa farmers no. And this is why yes how omutinasi. But enena adino e kotia omono. Ide kai international market and kotia e farmers no. We should allow the farmers to go in the international market and say omuntimi ton anya omusike.
As a party wa ben mu ya na
omunyo ye. Especially CEO na omudi akotu okotu cocoa board no. Omonama. Kamina me John Dramani Mahama kamesisa no. I don't want to use the word say on permanent. But kamina me John Dramani Mahama, he says less, my senior brother. Kama my sister no that. Because as a CEO, what nasi end to me and hedge forward. One to me and forecast it forward. Me wa unim say adi way a woody ko market no a seasonal crop a woody ko.
Osimu jaka 32.
And yenu kre hokra na me pesa oba. And yenu kre
mujana ka 32.
It is not true. On fambe to ho. On fa 32 million now on kano. On fambe to simple. Koyo the truth is that enkane no na Ghana nyina ye kwa koji Bosnia na dia beto cocoa. NPP government decided say Saudi way no for several years doesn't make sense. Cocoa no ha. Ye na edo ya cocoa. Na ye pese ye to cocoa na ya kwa ko ho obi middleman bankers bi ana bank for bi. Na omu di sika emaye na dia beto cocoa. Edru tama na onu na edi cocoa na ama na onu di cocoa na akoma ne obeto cocoa na nkasa. Edru tama ye ba betua ne sika na ya sa tua interest esa ka ho ama no. NNC debi what we do is that Yanko bank syndicated for bank for omu ka omu bom omu na ye fra omu syndicate yanko omu ho biom ne ebe ye ne say ye nim say kojo na to cocoa no nti yanko kojo ho na yin kojo enkasa kojo this year maybe 580,000 tons na beba mamiska meton na ma 200 cedis mamiska na memfanko edru samre na medi product na brew direct this time around so woman is kana na sa medi ba there's no interest who the say who try say edru mra medi ukoko be brew na medi koko na brew. So MPP succeeded in taking off the middlemen, which is the syndicated banks, off and save Ghana. And then you come and sit. Now we see your boka. How did we boka in this business? Somewhere, Mikael Koyo, it's sanity. How can somebody make loss in this arrangement? Ni oye yene say. Yedi koko no koma. Yadi yako kojo hose kojo maeska na yebeton koko na ma 200 no international market no koko ni 300 kojo pini ye edi sika emaye nti sisia no international market ankasa koko bono aba 200 nete se kojo onmoka but onya mfaso na ohwehwe no ena kojo decide say saade wosu matio 200 200 na matio no I'm now buying it at 180 embranumu that thing doesn't work. Look, they just don't know how to navigate on this. Mr. John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, for the first time only Randy na family to home in just 6 months.
Now
if someone someone 10 I did not round now. Near Ghana for Pebia. In fact, me ankasa menum kwedro. Because I have the solution and in them manage Hardware is so simple. Simple.
Now, I didn't simple, sir. What no party for Mama Coco of your problem?
I'm a pay time, baby, no more. My main charge, could do. When you said 2023-24, Cocoa, Yaji, whom Sikano, Yanjaman supply. There was an outstanding of 333,776 tons of cocoa yɛn demand supply yɛgye ho sika ana woni
na bote cocoa
one we are not one can asɛm ni sɛ ɔka
there be twɛn me pɛsɛ me tem cocoa no a yɛkɔgye ho sika sɛ yɛde bɛkɔ akɔma yɛgye sika ne firi wɔ mo no cocoa no a yɛka sɛ yɛde bɛkɔ no yɛntimi amfa ankɔ
yɛn supply emu 333,776 tons of cocoa epumem sabe na price no was low the following year no na price na yɛde eba from but na wo say yɛde yɛ supply ɛno ntina syndicate loan wɔn kɔɛ no wɔn anya bi no etunim they went for advance from the buyers.
But that's what I said. But syndicate never denied us.
And no, because you only capable to supply where Obi Abeland Dibuska, Masa, we have financial day, and no credibility. Yama Sika, Ukoto Kokwaba, what down and King Kazu Daba, Botama, Ebrama, Sikama, Kaiswa, and Sequin. Can answer Sequin. King Kazu Daba, a good for Niba Unia, and you for the Aka, King Kazu Daba for. Koto bebe ya boto ama sika ma ebra ma ka no so a answer kwem ko dis kan way what ko dis kan ye to koko ye di akọ mo ma iska wuri koko ni ko ya anso efie ba akọ wantima anye efie minu wantima anye sabe no o mo to keyboards 35,000 no
nti oha no ayi wo mo
e ho na shase wuri me say as I speak to you koko na ye outstanding no afa na get betwe bi Koko etunim Ghana ese kwatani a wokọ yi. Wo so wonche obi nipa we yi na so. Wo fi say kwa we ya ncha wo. So we went to and say mama advance from the buyers no direct. And then be do be ya den. Ya do you.
Eba offer. Adena mu take over government and I'm making reference to party for only that one say odi mu ayeba. Said the assembly Munka na mo na problem ba afina na mo be boy amane say na no asem
Kojo aduma yi jawa na ye dey dey asoa unya giwi anka hu hia kwa so ye dey because we because o ba na nim situation ye dey oh asem say na elikopoko wa kan na mebwa yes but rock any mo ye no cocoa board one Kojo dabe in the last 20 years dabe na cocoa board abokada
no cocoa board
yeah mo kada na dey boka to the point of the cocoa no yakwaji mu kan fere yentimi supply President Kufoko would get impressive production at the rate
yes
1 million tons Messi buy you be so mo ye mo buy afed ye yakwa kwadi ka wa kire o kwado ya disika no yentimi amfa to cocoa no amfa cocoa na nko
over
na ye to torchlight
baby
ye to keyboard
shekabne ni na ka kire cocoa akuafo no say then am here because mo nyina o mo pay you
abai pescate yo muka cocoa price na board chairman be kan friends ye former chairman of Zampof si de no anya hoden to pom cocoa price na be den e ba fo me magna abai pescate ni ntio muka na loss be yen kan say half year bia on say e be improve no ama be pescate ya den e kushin wo because the aban e reality won't nya wo
I see
yes Kojo, we should hold the bull by the horn. Yet, even Koyi Bajikibia, sit in a holding, $80 a bearing. A back from Anameba.
No correct.
Yes.
Some come when I should say after the crunch meeting, a bebana.
Bibisa, near quite also you bet me cushion for no more abamu.
The call by Rashid and the party for say chief executive no one whom the union.
No more don't buy no. Ababen boy. Don't say about boy. Fertilizer almost open the buy engine in the last 8 years no more the same fertilizer, the same quality, the same brand, and I will be here then. And people in the beer then a supply. Woman can say what?
At the corner.
It's in a case, ye baby boy, woman say Yakoku Hungry, Yasan Bashasi, Yakoku opening what to Ghana. Togo Nkobi. Togo, opening Togo. I don't want to be more several. Said Gongo, I said my young boy, who fretted to me to say, they suspect when you're scanning for him. And now what it could be Heritage Bank. Wabe, young Muasemo. Number that's where we are. Do you expect it? Cocoa no center any. But you know when I talk light. 80 follow. Kwani be na ka so wonya torchlight. Torchlight, 80 won follow. Go to keyboard, 80 won follow. Aden. Bon be ne yam.
Ano be ma me go me so usanza.
Fact check, let's say 2015 Cocoa Board made losses. 2016 Cocoa Board made losses. 2018 Cocoa Board made losses.
We'll check it from.
This is their site.
My site.
Cocoa Board.
The Cocoa Board site now.
Because you can't say malaria and AIDS and your people. Malaria.
You said malaria.
When
2024.
When they make losses, but we were able to supply the cocoa beans.
Yes.
We were able to supply the cocoa beans.
But you just said
there was no outstanding.
I
want to establish it.
One my
even one making losses there was no outstanding of the cocoa beans.
He's establishing a point that you made loss. That there's not been losses. And all can say, there's
not been losses. Could you play back?
And to say NDC will be a partner TV.
Could you play back?
NDC will be a partner TV. I say, architect are digi hole. Architects are National Cathedral. And now MPP.
I never made reference to.
And the lady said she never said architects dig hole. 2010, and they played it.
2011,
you said
12, 13, 14, 15,
you made references to 2022, 2023. That there were challenges.
Cocoa Board never made losses.
We can always get it back. We can always get it back.
You may say, my boy, you want to
Cocoa said the party for no edino.
Cocoa no way.
Yan so yedi yedi.
Man you whisker.
Edino.
Sikani rai.
Sikani ti say obusu ani bi ye cocoa kuani a anopai say what say mampani say baby edu na say omotena sim primprin ya na omutu anamo a de na ohwehwe misi no edense sem bi beba na
Ofakojo
6,000.
Mamuchoma mkasa party mo. In fact, me
Rebel.
Thank you.
For these two parties.
Rebel.
Cocoa Board, Yedri, these two parties. Cocoa Board, Yedru, they play politics with Cocoa Board. Omina MPP and this they do. They play Cocoa Board back how many years?
Yeah, actually, it's over 70 years.
Yes.
Sebe. You try so Cocoa Board the kwabon on it. Party with how many years? Party with how many years? What did how many years? 30 years. 30 years.
Yes.
And a man-to-man's factory there. Ye chase a cocoa no. Ye dear. Ye denimu. And son of Yako. 30 good years. These two parties. And they are bragging you. They are bragging. We will be a bragging. Obi a bragging. Meanwhile, the whole no. You take them. You, two of you. And this MPP take the whole. Obi and dig it. Near yet we so. Asam no yanka. Omunka asam no. Lobi omunka you. You are going round. Koko you might get jano. Be any kukoda. So I'm saying here. The morning. Kukofu. No. Go that's over. Maybe you could your year say or more than 77,000 no. I'm probably free. Now me cut 3 months away from there, go and read Cocoa. Give me some more thing. Cocoa, me free school, my dog, must have a school. And they are playing with politics with this pen. Some papa Cocoa fool. Now what? India. And we are playing politics. And the winner, Credit doesn't care who did it.
Give me my money.
Yes. Credit doesn't care. Yeah. Brombre no obedience ka ko sia wa. For the bus school fees. Na hono so di sia ko sia wa na pa ho a. Koko fo nyina timfa for years. Na wa bregu. I can grab you small money be open to Moscow University. Above no Cocoa go say was so take 3 we better na edo na ama. For ko ni na bregu. Ente Entenya asema or some of the politics cry. So when you cocoa sector of the politics, a big good cry. I'm telling you. So when you are on say a do part time one or part advantage, now that politics. A be you are now opre akutubiso.
But Coco bought
say and this ambifonia annoyed ding
from 7,000.
And this annoyed ding because now a year is for a year and now MP for the annoyed ding. Tama, MP for and so 7,000, 6,000, no, that I mean a year before, then it's for near J. Oh, boom, 6,000, 7,000, 6,000, 7,000, you're
7,000 no way. Second one. Second one.
Now, what can you be you? You we are now they are treating, blaming MPP. MPP doesn't care.
Yes.
Obia doesn't care. Also, with my yeah, fix it. Fix it. That's all.
Simple.
A blue Obia. Some of the yo, but not so. What's with my yeah? And I just about MPP for one bong, one big horse, one more car, one bomb cock. And a mum. Enti dollar ba from no fidi ba ko a ayi o mo no dollar bibia dollar ba from everything dollar ba from dollar ba from ayi because what in your politics because me can say I saw money for no be tricks on be la my price na ko sura na you there no you are here no or so be o gina twede so o pentino na a friend say you are number you know what's that
gold is riding abnormally
the same thing and yet me can baby say I don't want to say near Kuswe I'm telling you the next 2 years they have Ghana with the price now year to 2 no because from 500 3,000
now 5,000 plus
also say because a jump no aye sustainable and a yen no your cocoa your price your tuma yente so now I abe utum koya but so drop bar but so now so now and now if you year no I did things like I said so now you managing the but because the politics say MP voice of fan omo dijetre and then is for dijetre na omo yeche we will come up careful because now to your advantage
MP before come up careful
because it is their advantage at this time you MP advantage now and they had disadvantage to NDC because they don't sit here and I was doing it because your cost now a carbon now with you who a big push. We are going to take the big push and go and put it there. But do not have to big push one yet.
Yes.
Didn't you have any abra who do you know? A whole night, but I'm elsewhere. And yes, I can out. I'm telling you, this I can talk. Because a baby over transit and come out from 3 months. Now I did a frank asa. Now I did not to because now see a trouble see now the ballot could see wow they will tell you say yes they will tell you it's a baby but near drone whether they like it or not the best way is to reduce the price but or tiswa the jack no as on the nancy kwa
ya makoin mo mun tisu da
you see, Jack, I can send you. What do you pray? I can send me. Give them. Jack, you soon. They say, everything. What I want to so. Almost this why they come qua. Empty young penal, a young night. Because already moved to eye. You go for the wolf. And now, I'm before Budget Mufoso. Now they call village be no Casa. You see them. So 2028, I shall say, pressure me say and this was no in your mind omo atom de ya pressure pa and people be so sad years away no jai.
All right. Yegusu ayedi nkobo kokwa akuafo nkomo no aba ye gibre edi. Baby bia wo bia also o akwanya o voice note ana WhatsApp messages no 020-754-3637 020-754-3637 enkomoi fabre na enche Maestro beba na afi messages no odni nyina abremo over ma yen kwoswame na yen hwe interchange no kakra unu kuma asenso bwache na lead crusade enkomo no a MPs no edi no ewo 9 gina so
mu de enkomo no mudi
se omo se aban mo se muntimi nyeska meye se de omo design ne tie no na mo beye bi
40
na etire sika ba mo aye bi na mo ametu sika bia asenso bwache ni nuanom se da nkomo na mudi no
na ko hefa na aban ka se sika ni
aban abeka
yes
omo ametu sika bia on the project.
Yes,
original
yes.
That's the point I'm making.
Kojo unim obia ya way so am interchange na any dedicated source of funds.
Yeah.
Ikedu ko mko say na no do mko di ko be sa friends o fan ko na scan you be on the fire. But like I said earlier with regards to Kokoro, Mrs. Sanya yo mke kan yanke hu hia kwa se be ka se esi and sense ko aduma na ye tenchen na ni nim se di sie dey etie and once about time I got cocoa price was a coffin. We would deal with the matter. I was say I was here tissue near Pecon for cushion and we would do it. But I say we go to never they come from Baba to again. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the fact. Now you're not a quantity. From year about 2024, and some people could not for your mom payment to be. It's about a month ago, and I am almost $30 million. You know, so much a day. Abakwana. Project we are going to say, it will end up like becoming a very GOG project. Whether you like it or not, because there was no money. Bra, you say, boss, you may interchange 5 I say, yeah, my date, no, for some people who win a day. A buy. But you're not better. Yes, but you can't say. Ongoing project be anywhere. You're better. You be general. And then you know. Because a quarry we general at in some bed, a beba. Now, see, I say, time more design so I'm interchangeable. You factor in after ring road. That had discussion in this vacancy. Now, after ring road, it's coming up. So you realize that technically, fourth tier and for Subian Shanade. Emmaso. Now, yes, we mentioned what it. Fourth tier with the Chaman Quase, Bahuko. First one air the ground floor. Maybe around about Bedasso, a Caribbean, a channel. Second one here from Swami to Kiditia. The third year Swami to Abrepa. And the fourth one was from Swami Krofum to Epa about. Now, with the coming up of a friend saying, outer ring road, I start to a friend saying, a BP Buanka, Gabimu, a BP Buanka, a BP Akono. What it means is that trust don't give you say, woman Kwanzo Munya, a Kwansofa, Omokono. The Okon can you, the Okusrimu, will be on fact. I have him.
Okay.
And then so one. Sikana, can you require half 14, So for says Caro, now Pilicamo, now recall a Bushakrua. Efemwa chronom abu hian na mu babia kodye hom na ekopie akoma there's another ekwami dawo now yes ha kwana beds the swami takwa makro mu I benefit from swami interchanger o manya drinks yenye kwa papa so this is enema aban person we dey or consider and you engagement you can enye kwa nshase proposal minister na granting them no okoka say ye better so about 3 no okoka 2 and a coffee as a watch is Sunday, and never with Nade. Ediaba. So this is what a bad person or consider. Because we fourth year free war. Now for says can now become one. A bush crew, chronom, a boy here, a friend saying. Quadiamo, same couldn't go so now. A quambi de show, a common. And no become a support to ring road. I'm on back this side about a friend saying. A Sophia side now will be a far review.
In football or to be the usual partisan politics.
Hey, I did call him. I'm going to have a transmission of him to say. You I didn't say now about Namusmo Jones. We shall stakeholders in now. I don't know. And today, about the and I'm saying we are Basunjino. Start here and Fasubian Shadan day, and muscle. Because truck could be anywhere, record the new dream become a quadrant. A choir, Nanaku for me from Techimentia, ABP, and Infa, a Franklin Aquandano. Trucks in the ice Aquanda will be in Jamubium. Mube Franklin Aquanda. No,
Rashid, into a day and some number more MPC, ye did.
In fact, Semeun said, Obiti said, senior, PV. TV so national television so can some say also you need to ask you
right concession abisun
it is not about concession
what am can afede what will you do me ba me see suba we
ofa because na no how ofanko NDC echo seek funding to do 2-tier interchange MPP for buy no you renegotiate funding no fund enoechi yesa no 4-tier amankan for but asantimai ye pese ye 4-tier no NDC for aba omu ti MPP 4 no e dia betu ti asambo
but njiremu no te
njiremu ben no ye yes
yes and therefore
now all can
decorative purposes
it is not a jami it is not about it's a decorative purpose from pona asantifonsu yeah, sa decoration.
Mukate say, Mama edit.
Me say a decoration crampona a sentiment so here decoration be. I don't like a deep papa ebra a sentiment who na who papa off. Papa the who's going interchange.
Who's going?
Mu ye of anko 2-tier ye ye be ye no 4. Mu ye di 4-tier ba mu person mo tisu. Essence say I didn't know a sentiment mu person mo tisu.
Mujeska on the bed.
Annie, I'm coming there.
Mujeska.
Who there to me? I'm coming there.
A brain hot science. Me better.
Near me can
one answer question.
Annie Scow. Near me can say the total way for the project was 156,336,000 euro. And now it was supposed to be funding between GO, the government of Ghana, and then
for the first phase of
I don't know where
for the first phase, Mitchell.
No problem. It is not for the first phase. It's not for the first phase. Yes, Siki, fear by no, yes, Siki funding, but GOGDN and a decided near yes. That to show commitment to the funding partners, say, near your Kayano. Ya started because now we see ya mess because who know pesca 21 million euro wo hono mo ya free abam 21 million euro commercial loan be agi to
muji loan to
21 million euro and say ya free abam na e wo ho
for this project
say kwame agodo so that betina TV so ka say sika ni ho I don't you see say me we na ma etimamfo see politician ye trofo no. How can you come and say Sikabiano? Oh, if Obetimaka said, as I said, was say you started say you was you started this time, now you this time no, and I young extra no, they have to be variation, and no dear. I don't want you to disrupt my thought flow.
No, but the questions are important because
absolutely. But I'll answer them. But the thought flow won't disrupt the thought flow now. It will help the listeners.
And then a contractors need free coin also. If Senesika or how the year Juma.
Kojo, me patch up. Before Yebeko election 2024, na contractors be free every corner. Contractors be free. Those who we even paid and they were yet to do some work to commensurate the payment yet to come on, they also left side.
Okay, so you are suggesting to us, say from 2021 2022, minimum command that the conversation from 2021 to available.
That was then who they read it and tell us the date.
At the time, we were talking about 2021 2022.
Yes.
And so if July 27th, 2022,
and
approval for this project.
Approval in Parliament, yes.
President Akufo-Addo said by December 2024. Now you say yama ye faso. If indeed nesika and by the timelines are more than mine, we should not be discussing.
Thank you, Kojo. Me kasano. Me say nyo nkwana na utie mi. Ye hwefo na omutie mi. Me can say sa project na the funding was supposed to be GOG plus SCA your commercial partners now.
That's right.
Ye be ye we no. Omo aka chen say yambra na yambe starti na omo hu say we have made commitment.
SCA for no common na
I na Ghana for ye buy ya ye be fast GOG funding na this 30 project. So omo dia no nyina mai we break my because it's near commercial loan you know money just 21 million euro.
Okay. This is can you do here?
Scanning na me. But me can say the NDC should not come and sit and why you like this?
At this point, it's some established truth that sikani nyina mai.
Yes.
Iti ni abedu baby I abedu. Mr. Ozanza. Comment the omu di ko do no.
Say mi hu adwo bia party ya ba na o say adwo the party na wo ko no. We just ka order. Both NDC and MPP. Mi hu bi da. Say ya san adwo bia ye nwie na on beto aso. Obeka say oh me ba ye no next kada. Obi an ka bi da.
They create an impression that we have money.
You see, I don't say some parties mean we. I say any option be Pow, any option be The other ya near sack for Masaba.
Then how can I say?
Aye, because me party me no. Me who project be a job.
Don't forget you told me MPP is a better option to end.
On count. But you're not.
Then because here, there 2 parties in you. Project Bay, and now be a call ye. Now then party in box. Oh, project way dear. This can now. Scale DC, sir. Project way go for hospital.
Agenda 1.
No. Eurojet. Was there money or there was no money?
Eurojet, there was no money.
Obi na share to me to aso.
The Eurojet project, President Kojo Marfo, it got truncated. And so the new administration had to rearrange.
Two backlists.
But now, who be a parliament?
Yes.
There was no money here to it. That's what the young count.
Arab Spring, you know, or man.
Okay,
but name and buy. I be problem now, Omokano. Won't you church papa? Here, almost kind of NCF for no. A man farm because we cannot go to commercial for Holubio.
I am a bit adiatrious.
Who not about also? That's the reason. And then you wapoyo. But and this for making say wapoyo. And they know say wapoyo. In fact, on were constrained because still now they can't go to commercial loan. One can't say. Yet to go commercial law and yet interchange, you know, until we have the Busanfui, yet to me. Oba Bemunim, Oba is one can't move to me. Then we say fedie. Skebie nyo eba. And I'm want to so
$30 million.
Mama to so.
Yenka see teso.
Ghana for Kumasi ye here 40 interchange.
Once we have the mandate, we have the mandate.
For two for no agree.
We can decide what is good for Ghana.
You can decide.
You are not doing
because you cannot
decide. We have the mandate.
Please, Kumasi for
nobody will sit
anywhere here 40 interchange.
Okay. So
Sakra for nya. Yes, all
right. Let me
and this one become mama. I will stand for it. Say, you have 40 interchange. Mumba say, what 240?
What is
40 interchange?
But you may chance me.
Go.
Look, I say, what go
2008.
Mumba back as much so.
You 5,000.
Okay. You di. Upe vote to know. I like to ask you. Upe vote to know. One can't just say. Yeah, but so. But you told you. Yeah, for 40 years. You're very
Asantemai.
We have the mandate.
You're 40 years.
Asantemai 40 year interchange.
You're 40 years. You're 2 years.
Asantemai ehia kwan.
Your mandate.
As I say, a year kwan no.
Asantemai.
E wo so am interchange no.
E be serve the intended purpose.
Ye be ye e kwan no.
And for the good purpose.
Asantemai enya so mfa so. Maestro, kinkai messages na kakra mai.
A lot of messages it's about
kakra bia e bitimi akan na no pa bia
for the good purpose.
California na musu
message na musu ebuntu for chimeka na mutumba na mai
I have told you say
madam
you take the decision, face the
oh yes,
and face the rock.
It will sit well. It will sit well.
Of our Mamisha is a free Al Hassan Bao. I say good morning, Mr. Kojo Marfo. Indeed, you are doing a good work at Fache TV. We're so free. Emil Smith also good morning, Mr. Kojo. And Piaga. As also Eddie Abbas said good morning. Abbas Shaibu said good morning. Abbas from Gomoa Akwemu and also 80 million. But also great Mugabe. I say watching the show live from Brekum, Kuteri #1. Keep up the good work. Greetings to my mom, Amma Bedu, the yam seller. Winsu free Mohammed Bilal. I say I'm Sani watching you from Dubai. My regards to the team. And also so etimi Ediaba Opoku Justice and so good morning, my big family. And also so etimi Edi Aba Ewo Ahanumamin King Kambi was Ben Infancy Seria. Also we urge the government and other stakeholders to do something to pay the cocoa farmers. We are all NDC members, but the cocoa issues are hidden his good work. They are doing great things. Greetings to Honorable Wisdom Oseboama MCE Atruma Inwabija South. And also Eddie Abba Winfrey Salifu was it the majority were being diabolic. They and Baba Jama are all in the same soup. And also etimi Eddie Abba Malik S. Carter and so a wanting time video so all here and then Richard Amponsa Jomo was it PV and other laughing emojis at honum baby ever honor we so every Godfred entry or say justice for Inkura Edru and also Eddie Ato Eddie Amai was free Benjamin or say this NPP man is talking too much. And also Eddie Ato we so free Al Hassan Bawa on one can say the 7,000 is based on the world market at that time. And also Eddie Abba. Of a moment call your WhatsApp and so na men can cry and so if free we free 2 p.m. Of our also free 2 p.m. Asante Mampo. I say I'm pleading to our cocoa farmers. We should all have patience. The government is doing everything possible to settle the cocoa sector debt. The NPP propaganda and lies can't solve the problem. My greetings to Chairman Maintain Nana Akwesi Augustus, NDC Ashanti Regional Chairman, and also so etimi Eddie Abe Ahanum Eddie Amai. We say good morning. My name is Lion King. I'm watching you live from Ahafo in Kasem, and also Eddie Abba Benji Nankase was Benji in fancy say you say so why minority were in power? They did not do the Swami interchange. When MPP are in power, they don't help Ashanti region. That's the fact. You have to know. Greetings to Honorable Wisdom Oseboama MCE and Chuma Inwebija and also Etimi Ediaba. Into I think for WhatsApp, that is now for now
Okay.
text messages.
Abusafo a enne eye wan woda no yemfa enase sompo ema won na yenne nyame ase se wo nso wode afe baako aka won fie ho we move and yen chance Mr. Adubofo adodo no a efre no Papa Bigger Higher Life Assemblies of God Church eho na Mr. Adubofo ekwa sorry enne wa woda asafo mano ema awoda pa yen twaso na afi yen ko Mr. Dua or Mr. Dua edi na awoda ono nso a church member of Higher Life Assemblies of God Church. Mr. Dua yema awoda pa yakwa animu a ene Higher Life Assemblies of God asafo no wa asafo mano edi wan awoda Gilbert edi na awoda Gilbert yema awoda pa yesre osuru nshira ene adom edema
Koko.
Oreo. Koko no jina ho.
Koko kuafo no bia. Omo ye demonstration no bi no.
Yo. Ene Mrs. Selina Ej Ajiman. Mrs. Selina Ej Ajiman ene wa woda. Unuaba amasapoma anwi se yama wa woda. Obi bia ene wa woda no yama wa woda pa. Yesre osu nhira ene adom edema ho. Anopei TV Jantwa Mr. Kingsford Owusu Ansa Alhaji Rashid chairman wona ejebre ene ebedi djuma mote maestro nka okenkan messages no ede emaye technical department ye do bibia ase the production team ye do bibia ase nondu abo ye toa ye djumadie no so ekwanfo fro so Fache television Daybreak djumadie ye de brawo edwada ekosi fiada no pa bia no nsia kopem se ndu ebebo medini Kojo Marfo yo February bosumi mu fa bibia ache na kire do memenda nyame nhira ochina ye behia